Onpassive got me feeling so alive. With the rhythm and the beats, I can't survive. It's the movement that we can't deny. Spreading love and positivity, we gonna thrive. Onpassive, we're breaking all the rules. We're the winners, we're the ones who choose to be united and to never lose. With Onpassive, we'll never sing the blues. Onpassive fever, taking over the world, spreading joy and happiness. Let our flag unfurl. Come on, join the movement, let your soul unfurl. Onpassive fever, we're gonna rock your world.
That's embarrassing.
Stop going there.
Karma's a bitch.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. It's been a little while. I've missed you all. Today, we're going to be reacting to Marty DeGarmo and Chris Johnson's special guest live stream. I believe they did this like 3-4 days ago. And on the live stream, they invite their friends, Mike Ellis, of course. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. And then they also had Charles Manna on there. And they had someone named Oliver Fonta. See, Wes had said, "Is that Charles O song in the thumbnail?" If you know people by the eyes, then you already know Charles is a liar. He is a liar, but that is not him in the thumbnail. Mr. Level, good day. Hello, Chris. So I thought that we would just take a moment before I reacted to this live stream of theirs and just discuss who is good old Oliver Fonta. Because, you know, he's new. He's new. You guys haven't really seen him much at all. I'm just going to take a moment and say hello. Joe is here. Yay, Joe. I hope you're having a good day. Jelly Snack is here. Violet is here. Mark B is here. And he says, playing Onpassive catch-up. Been busy for the last few days doing presentations on astrophotography. That actually would be really fun. I would want to hear more about that. You're weird and sad just like Chris and Marty. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Mr. Level is here. Albs is here. You like that song, Albs? It's like very short though, I find. Wes is here. It's not Charles O song. Did Keith, the O song man, win the O song battle? Maybe. Maybe. He's a nasty bully. Are you talking about Oliver or O Song? Or Marty and Chris? You know, all the above. It works for all the above. You know? But Oliver Fonta is an interesting person. Okay, yeah, so you were talking about Oliver. Maybe I'm thinking of Oliver. He might be the deranged loony I'm thinking about. Or it might be Michael Williams' AIM. He's usually extremely like angry. He's always mad. You think Oliver has been around for a while? He just disappeared for a while. Well, let's actually talk about Oliver now. So, of course, I went and I searched for good old Oliver Fonta and his career with Onpassive. This is him. I tried very hard to find a picture of him sometime during today's live stream where he would be smiling. Good luck. Try and find one because I couldn't. But this is him. He doesn't look very happy, but I'm sure he's very happy and Onpassive. You guys might recognize him as well because he was on the Julie and Milo show all the way back in April of 2022. So you guys might remember him from that. And he's also released one of these short little I Love Onpassive like videos that it was going around several months ago that you might recognize him from. Here it is.
Look, we are now in that moment that each and every one of us will own a business. We own a business. Yes, we are excited. Please take this moment and understand, try to associate yourself with people that you will learn about your business. We all learn every day. When I call Collins, I call Bob, I call Vincent, I call Mr. Comfort, I call people. I learn. Because this is your business. It's a subscription-based business. It's based on sales. Look, we are now in that moment that each and every one of us will own a business. We own a business. Yes, we are excited. Please take this moment and understand, try to associate yourself with people that you will learn about your business. We all learn every day.
Yes, that was from their Heroes webinar just a little while ago. So you might recognize him from that. And I found his LinkedIn. So Oliver Fonta, he's a senior IT security analyst from Baltimore, allegedly. And he's also a Scrum Master, which is interesting to me. Hello, Agent Shilbot. Good to see you. Oily Oliver, I call him, a slippery serpent living inside a pyramid scheme. Yes, knowing more about him doesn't make him look any less slimy. Because here's the thing. Oliver here, who is, again, apparently he's in Maryland, U.S. Oliver here, as you can see, claims to be an IT security analyst. He's a Scrum Master. And you see, the thing that he apparently does is risk assessment. Yes. A guy that fell for Onpassive, the Onpassive scam, is into risk assessment. Right? Is a Scrum Master someone who plays rugby? No. It is an actual thing. I know it sounds fake. I know when you hear Scrum Master, you're like, oh my God, what the hell is that? But it's a tech team operations term. It's basically like the lead of a tech team who kind of also does the risk assessment with it and then helps ensure that everything runs smoothly, like between all of the team members. Like, so they don't only handle like the management of the project, it's also, of course, about also kind of managing the team charisma, if you will. You know, keeping them pumped up, ready to work, ensuring they all get along, like everything about it, ensuring that they're all doing their work that they're supposed to be doing. And then, of course, risk assessment is actually often a part of it. If you're doing the Scrum Master. So I find it very interesting. I think I'm glad Mark also finds it interesting that he's into risk assessment. It's just not what you would think, you know? I was kind of like, he knows better then. Am I a Scrum Master of scam assessment? Maybe. Maybe, but you actually do have to go get certified to be a Scrum Master. Agent says, and now he's a scam master too. Fake certs he obtained See, I don't know if they're fake. We're going to go through them. Don't you worry. I'll show them to you. I'll let you guys decide. So as you can see, based on his about section, which he was very detailed in, he's all about risk assessment through basically all of the certifications that you can get for it. Think of it. He allegedly has gotten it. He does a lot of the developing and writing risk assessment process packages. He configures, sends, and receives vendor risk assessment survey through Risk Manager, reviews response and questionnaire from risk management, trains regional staffs on how to manage risk assessment survey and risk management in their regions, review vendor risk assessment in compliance. Interesting. The interesting that you would even know what compliance is if you're in Onpassive. I'm just saying. Build a working relationship with other risk and compliance stakeholders, including IT compliance, internal audit, legal, and business teams. Hands-on technical experience with leading cloud platforms, Azure and AWS being two of the main ones. Develop, create, and maintain a master audit schedule for third parties while considering past audit results and critically of the third party. And I'm like, nah. I feel like if this actually is his background, and his education and then his certification, all the above, you would think that he would have seen Onpassive being a scam from the very fucking beginning. So he was apparently a senior IT security analyst at a university in Maryland. It's one of the unis in Baltimore, Maryland. Laureate International. I'm not from there, but you guys tell me. Is it a uni there? Here in Canada, I'm not really 100% sure. It's not one I've heard of, but I'll believe that he worked for the unis in Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Why not? Apparently, he did that for 7 years, 3 months. It started in 2017. Before that, he actually worked at Goodyear and Dunlop Tires, which made me laugh a bit. Because I was like, maybe he met Chris in Ford. Who knows? But it's he was the IT risk and security analyst, which is where he got a lot of his experience in that from, of course. And then he was also an information security analyst in Elkridge for a few years, where he was also doing all of the risk assessments and looking at system security plans and all of that. So it's not only like risk assessment is also the risk of their security of their platforms and such. So that's why it's kind of a bit weird. All right, it's risk assessment and everything. Everything that a business would have possible risk in. He's supposed to be looking into that and kind of like managing that. So it was interesting to see that, Mr. Level says, I know about these boot camps where you get certs by learning things like Oracle for 10 weeks, when in reality it takes like a few years. Yes, and it's very, very possible that that's what a lot of the people in Onpassive have been doing, right? I mean, we know Ash's education is similar, right? Usually these people are not qualified when they do get jobs. Laureate has a lot of issues. Even the SEC came after them. Oh, interesting. I wonder if he's dealt with the SEC already in the past. That would be interesting. Laureate Education, operator of degree granting higher education institutions in Mexico and Peru. Well, apparently he did it from Baltimore. So, his credentials include compliance. How on earth does he not see there's no compliance on Onpassive, or does he? See, and this is my thing. If there was ever somebody with a background and alleged certification and education in a career that would make you think that they would be able to see through Onpassive, it's Oliver. And this one, you would hope, right? You would hope that somebody with these certifications and this background of a career would see through Onpassive in all of the ways. You know, I bet this guy couldn't even install AVG free edition security analyst. Yeah, right. You know, it could be. It could be. So this is allegedly his education. All right. So he went to Izaka, and we're going to get into that one. I looked that one up. CompTIA, which apparently he has education in that. I'm kind of like, how do you get an education in that? Like, is it a specific thing that you get? I didn't have enough time to really dive into every single one of his educations, but interesting. He went to Information Technology Academy, and that's where he got his certificate of completion in IT risk security and etc. Then he became a Scrum Master. Strayer University is where he went to get his alleged Bachelor's of Science in Computer and Information Systems Security / Information Assurance. He went to TESST College of Technology in Baltimore, and there he got his Associate of Arts in Computer, Telecom, and Electronics. Apparently. He also got his certification of completion in CCNA. So there's all that. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. So now I went and looked into what this is. And even the Isaka, I don't know, ISACA, whatever. Whatever. It's not a school in the traditional sense, but it is a professional association that provides education, training, and certification for individuals in the fields of information systems auditing, control, and security. It stands for Information Systems Audit and Control Association, and it offers a range of professional certifications. And allegedly, if you go back and you look, he apparently has like all of them. All right. He claims to have all of these. Certified Information Systems Auditor, CISA. Certified Information Security Manager, CISM. Certified in Risk and Information Systems Control, CRISC. And certified in the Governance of Enterprise IT, which is CGEIT. Again, he claims to have all of these. There's also Certified Information Security Manager, which is CISM certified, or hold on, wait, sorry, I already read those. So ISACA also provides cybersecurity training and credentialing with courses that are on demand and self-paced, allowing students to get hands-on, practical training in a virtual environment that simulates real-world cyber threats. Additionally, there are local chapters like the Ottawa Valley chapter and the Toronto chapter that host events and training sessions. All right, so we even have it here. It's not a school in the conventional sense, but it is a recognized and respected organization in the IT and cybersecurity industries, offering education and certification that can help professionals advance their careers. But it's my understanding that, again, you would have to have like your bachelor's of IT or something like that. And then this is just like where you get your extra. certificates. You know what I mean? Or if you're in the field for many years, you know, you got to go and stay up in the field. I know in social work, we had things like that we would have to go to every few years just to keep up our certification, right? It's kind of like that, but for the IT tech world. So as you can see, he claims that his licenses and certifications, they almost all came from there, right? So he has certified data privacy solutions engineer, apparently, and then certified in risk and information systems control, and a whole bunch of them. All right. And a bunch of them also from Udemy, which seems to be an online thing from what I could look up with it. It is very, very weird. And that includes like his risk management for cyber security and IT managers. You know what I mean? So, you know, take what you will with it. But it does look like he did do the CompTIA training because, you know, it was issued March 2019. It expired March 2022. And I'm kind of like, okay, so did he go back and get that again? I don't know. So I don't know if he's still certified in these things. Like I stated just a little bit ago, it seems like these are certifications that you seem to have to like get every like few years or every year or something. So let me know if you're in the IT industry and you know what I'm talking about. If this is something that you would then have to like stay up on. Like, for example, I come from the social work area. So here, like our crisis prevention, we would have to take every 4 years and we would have to pay and do like that certification like over again. I'm assuming that that's very similar to this, but for the IT industry. Seems to be specific certifications you get, and it's like extra to the education that you would have to put you in that field. You know what I mean? He also claims that he got his certified Scrum Master from Sacramento, California. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And the last thing that he posted on his LinkedIn was about 11 months ago. As you can see, it does have to do with Onpassive. And this kind of made me laugh because it says, hashtag Onpassive marketing dominates the city of hashtag Dubai. And then it doesn't really show us a picture of marketing. It's just like the road. Some really nice cars, but you know, I don't see any Onpassive marketing. It just kind of made me giggle. But that was the YouTube video. And this was one of the first things that he shared, so it looks like he hasn't really used LinkedIn all that much, other than in the last few years, you know? Because this was shared 3 years ago, and this also made me laugh because he's sharing some star in Liverpool that's like a millionaire, and he apparently had been carrying around a cracked iPhone. And it just also made me giggle because I was kind of like, interesting. Interesting that he would see, you know, that and then, you know, be okay with Ash and the way that Ash is. Just made me think. It just made me think that Oliver is definitely one of these people that definitely know what this is with his risk management training and alleged training in IT. You can't tell me that this man is in Onpassive and looking at these products and everything going on and that he doesn't know that this is a giant scam. Obviously, he's in this thing because he's at the top of it and he's been promised similar to whatever Marty and Chris has been promised. But I thought that we should just go through it today. Since we weren't really familiar with who is this Oliver dude, he's just kind of showed up again, as you guys said. He joined a while ago. He's been in Onpassive since 2020, I believe it said. So he's been there for, you know, a few years, almost since the beginning. And, since the beginning that anything real happened, really. And, we wanted to know who he was before he kind of talked to us for a while. Because in the live stream that we're reacting to today, like I said, it is going to be Chris and Marty having special guests on of Mike Ellis, Collins Manna, and this Oliver Fanta, or Fanta, or however you say his damn name. And they said that it was, one second. This should be it.
Hey.
Right. The thing is that they said that these were going to be some very special words from these guys. All right. This is a very special appearance. So, get ready to see magic.
Hey, Magic Unicorn of Onpassive. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Me, Marty, Chris, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell,
Stop going there.
make a nice comment. We'll post it so everyone can see it. Yeehaw, have a blessed day.
Okay, the unicorn's starting to freak me out, Marty. It's starting to freak me out. Oh, look, Ali is here. That's awesome. He says that he's here because he's fascinated by us. Awesome. Well, we watch Onpassive because we're fascinated by you. I really like to study the mind control and brainwashing that cults do to people and why people get caught up in this and why they just cannot leave. If I can ruin your business, you didn't have much of a business to begin with. I am just a teeny tiny little girl over here in Canada with a big mouth on the interwebs. It's not me you have to worry about. It's the Securities and Exchange Commission.
That freaking idiot. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. As you know, we've had a few meetings off and on since last Sunday, and it bled over into Saturday. And how can I do it without the guys that caused all the problems? So Mike's here with us today. Collins, Oliver, Chris is always here. But no, we want to talk about some stuff that we've been actually skimming across the top one for the last few days.
Okay.
One is we're in good hands, okay? We are fine, as Mr. Oliver would say.
So yes, as you can see, we got Marty, Chris, Collins Manna beside me, Oliver beside him. I know. I get it. They're both bald. They look very similar with the bald head, the glasses. I get it. Then we have Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
So this should be interesting. It is sped up by 10%, just so that you know.
And this comes in, it's one of the most perfect statements you can even think of. I want everybody to take the time and look at where we've been and where we are. I reposted a video called The Journey that Ash talked about almost 3 years ago. This September will be 3 years ago of how the journey of Onpassive has gone up to that point. And from that point to now, it's light years. We're light years even ahead of that. And we'll all get to take part in it.
Are you, though? Like, not really. Not really. It's pretty much the same. That's the funny thing about Onpassive, is that me and the recovering Hunbot on numerous occasions have reacted to past streams, together and on our own, right? And we'll be reacting to a past stream. And our chatters and people that have been following this whole journey, they won't know it's new, old, or when it was. They'll come in and be like, when is this from? And it's not because they don't know how to follow the journey properly. It's because you could literally play Ash Mufara at any time of this, And it's the exact same thing. Just based off of what he's saying, you couldn't guess when it was. It could almost be a game. We could almost make a game out of it. Guess the year that Ash Mufareh said this. It would be fucking hard. Because he says the same shit over and over again. You're in the same situations for years at a time. You know, like you were launching for like 3 fucking years straight. So if we pull off any of that, people don't know whether it's 2020, 2021, 2022. They're like, I don't know. They all said the same shit during those 3 years. We don't, like, who knows? It's like really difficult. So I don't feel like a lot has changed. Granted, the most that's ever happened has happened since then. But your position hasn't really changed. It seems like you have, I'll admit, because you have the ecosystem. It does have an O mail that's there. You have the O tracker, the O trim. So you got your little ecosystem with your free products, alleged free products. Still waiting to find out what O tracker is going to cost. Then you have O Connect. So it seems like a lot has happened. And sure, you've released a few products. Good for you. But the thing is that even right now in this moment, technically you're still not launched. This company hasn't launched to the public yet. We're still waiting for the fucking thing to launch. It's not even a joke like that I can make anymore because I've made it so much. I even did a whole song called The Launch Will Go On. And like, we're still launching. Because technically for a company to launch, that means that customers are then able to buy the product. Right? That's what going public with the product is. So that hasn't happened yet here. So it's like, even with these extra things, right? These products that you finally made after you just sat around talking about it for years, even with them in existence, it still hasn't changed your position or what's like going on here. You're still all doing the same lives every single day, saying the same things, stringing each other along for when this thing hopefully launches and then you all make $1 million. You know? I'm just saying. Jerry says, if we could take it down, what would that say about your business, right? That's the questions Elise should be asking. The first year and a half doesn't count because Ash lied about having 10 products, but had 0 products. There's been times where he has said that all of them are done. He's claimed several times that he's had a whole bunch of them done, just waiting behind the scenes to be released. And it's like, okay, then fucking release it. You know? Get on, like, what are you holding them hostage for? He's got the traffic that's not being allocated, locked in a basement, along with all these apparently done products. Anybody could develop those products in a weekend using open source junk. Yes. Which is why it hasn't done anything for them. They didn't really release anything spectacular. And that's my thing, like, there's not millions of people signing up right now for O Connect, wanting to buy it, waiting to get on there. It's been out since September. If this thing was going to go viral, it would have fucking happened already, despite the merchant issues. If the product is good, people will pre-order and wait. That's the thing. Ash knows that. That's why he banked on bringing this group of people together to get their culty loyalty before he released them all. He knew the product wasn't going to do it. He had to go about it in other ways, right? That's the thing about MLMs. They kind of have to depend on the loyalty of the group to them and the product more than the customers and the public. That's the issue with it, right? Is that the people in it are always the main customers. That's kind of like the schemy thing about it, and why it's always set up for them to fail, right? So it's like, these products suck. All right, nobody's lining up out the door to get them. If they were spectacular, if O-Connect was everything that they claimed it was, we would already know this. It would have already gone viral. People would have started sharing it right away, going, look at how crazy, amazing this product is. You can go do a 14-day free trial of it, right? But they have to keep coming out here every day and begging people to. It's not that people are running to it. So it's like they're just in the same position. They're just always waiting for when it's going to happen. That's the problem. No matter when we go from 2019 to today, I could go to any speech of Ashes, and it's literally just him talking about how they got to wait for stuff. And then maybe we could figure out when it is based on some of the things he lists off. But for the most part, no. Because this thing also goes in cycles. That's the thing. It has patterns to it. Maybe you don't know, but your scam has pattern. So in that sense, it's also difficult. But I'm pretty sure that we've reacted to that video of Ashes from 2020. And yeah. From that video till now, not a lot has changed. Still in the same position. Hello, Takara. Good to see you. Why is Onpassive not listed in the top 1,000 AI companies? Someone asked Marty this, and he was banned, right? And Marty did that to him fucking self. This is why I kind of laugh at them constantly talking. Sometimes maybe they should just shut up. Because Marty's the one that said Onpassive is better than the top AI companies out there. The top 50, the top 100, Onpassive beats them all. So that's going to then make someone go and look that up, isn't it? That's what we hope over here. All right, over here, where we advocate for critical thinking and for doing research and extra research and looking into things. You know, so if somebody says something like that, you go right to Bing, Google, Yahoo, whatever you use, and you look that shit up before you just take their word for it. And that's what I mean. Like, they do that to themselves with their bragging. That's why you shouldn't oversell things so much. If O-Connect was as brilliant as they say, they would have gotten an offer to purchase it by now. And, like, people would be talking about it. Other than the people in Onpassive and, like, us. Like, you know? Other people would be talking about it. The public would be like, oh my God, the world's best video conferencing software just came out. It's amazing. You know?
Now, the company that I came into, and Mike, and a lot of these people, well, maybe me and Mike, because we were here a long time. I think maybe Oliver and Collins, I'm not sure. But when we first got it was called GoFounder, and we didn't even have we didn't have OES platform. We didn't even have a founder platform. In fact, we were just able to pay to be a founder. That's how early it was. End of February, beginning of March. And I was looking for a company that could help everybody and do everything for people and all that. And I thought that's a joke. Mike Ellis was looking for the same thing. We didn't know each other. And we're all doing the same thing. We're saying it's got to be a better way. It's got to be a better way. We've tried everything. Like, you know, I teamed up with Mike. And we even knocked down some goals that some people don't reach. And it's because I had the time. I wasn't working. And we learned how to market. But what happened then was, and Ash says this in the journey, is you start to realize, even with the skill.
But what is your idea of marketing, Marty? Because I just see you stealing videos from other tech places and than claiming that that's what Onpassive is doing and then sticking a logo on there with your link. And to me, that's not good marketing. Good marketing is not going live every single day to talk about nothing and to basically beg people to like just hang on, just keep waiting, don't question anything, you know?
You start to get the skills. You're one out of 100 in a group that has the skills. So what happens? Oh, you could duplicate what I'm doing. No, you can't. Just like I couldn't duplicate the guy that invited me into his business. Just like the person invited him in. It's not duplicatable. They say it is, but it's not. Now you can copy somebody the best you can, but the problem is the companies are rigged against you. You're not going to be like, for example, no matter how good.
Mark says, my name is Marty. I'm an airline pilot. I've crashed every plane I've flown in the last 20 years. I think I can fly this one safely because my CEO says I can. His name's Ash Bufara and he's my friend. Tickets are $97 and above market value. Buy one today. And I want to ask the O founders if that's a ticket that they would purchase. Because it astounds me that these people... See, the thing about the people in Onpassive, and many of the people that are far underneath these guys in Onpassive, is that they're there for their generational wealth. Okay? Which means that they are now banking the future of not only their future and their children's future. No, they're banking on generations of the future of their family on this company. Okay? So if you wouldn't bank the future for generations, right, of your family on a plane that Marty's flying, why the hell would you be okay with banking it with Onpassive? Like, just think about that for a moment. Why would you put the future of all generations of your family in the hands of these people? You know?
I do has nothing to do with Collins. However good Collins is has nothing to do with me. We're all in one company and Onpassive. We're all going to do well.
Yeah, from what I caught, it was bleh.
Some of us might run, some of us might crawl, some of us might soar. That's up to
Yeah,
you.
generational wealth, $25 at a time, right? Right.
That's an individual thing. But the beauty of Onpassive, which I hated before I got here over 5 years ago, was you work your like a mule, and nobody's really your buddy. Nobody's really your friend because you're in competition with everyone around you, even in the business you're in.
Okay, but here's the thing, is that in business, there's going to be competition. I want to know why you think Onpassive is any different. All of you in Onpassive are technically also in competition with each other to sign people up underneath you and get them to buy O-Connect off of you. Because you bought O-Connect so that you could sell it and make money. Most people in this thing didn't buy it so that they can use it. See, that's the other part that they always forget, is that most of the sales of O-Connect that happened wasn't because people were like, oh, this thing's really cool and I want to buy it. No. It was because I have to buy this if I want to sell and make money in this company. It's the only product that I can sell to make commissions with, and they say I have to buy it in order to make commission, which is illegal. So, like, we're still doing things illegally over here. And we're putting our faith and trust in these people. It's illegal to say you have to buy this product to make money off of it. Literally, as per the FTC laws. So, we're fucking it up right from the beginning again. I just need you to really think though, like, would I put my entire generational wealth into this based on Connect as a product, like going viral? All right, because most people don't want it. They had to buy it. So it's not looking too good. If that's what you're banking on, good luck.
Competing with them. You want to move up to the top. Don't kid yourself. Everybody wants to walk across the stage. Everybody wants that big check. I hated it. I hated the concept. I hated this guy's at this level. I don't like levels. I don't like talking about levels. I want an even playing field. I get the same pitch as everybody else. I got the same size baseball bat. I get the same speed. Everything's the same. I got the same equipment. That gives everybody an even playing field. In MLM and email marketing, you can make a lot of money. I know people that have.
But he didn't. And you're not all in the same playing field. Because a lot of you claim to have already built teams. And then there's other people who don't have teams because they couldn't build teams because they joined, and then right after or soon after, the O-founder position, you can't buy it right now. Haven't been able to for over a year. So already you're not all on the same playing level, and people are going to be left behind. Just wait until the traffic gets allocated.
I'm not a writer. So no matter what my knowledge is about something, or even if I know marketing, if you can't write in email marketing, you've got a bunch of Dan Streets out there who are very meticulous. And I'm not putting Dan down. Robin Noble's the same way. Michael Williams the same. You don't have a dot right, a T right, or exclamation point. They stop reading it. This is no joke. Now that's email marketing. Now I might have the most knowledge in the world, but I don't know how to write. Same thing. Everything in life, you have qualities and things you don't know. Now, fortunately enough, during this little process of mine, in 15, 20 years now, I met up with Dan. Dan's a writing maniac. He can write anything. He can write how I feel. He can write what Mike says.
Well, maybe he should be the one writing some of these manuals then, because they ain't written too well. Okay?
But he can do it even better than we say it, which is fantastic. Mike can do a video in 7-8 minutes.
Wow.
I've never done a video in 7-8 minutes in my entire life. It takes me 7-8 minutes to get started. Okay?
That's
so there's no way I can do it.
Sounds like
now, can I do other things that maybe they're not as good at? Yes. But that's how we teamed up and did it. Passive.
Maybe if you didn't start out every single live stream telling your entire life story to us every day, then you'd be able to do it quicker. I'm just saying. Literally, it's the same thing every day. It's like every single day Marty comes on here right now and goes, "Oh, guys, I've been in this business for 20 years and I failed everything. But this thing, I promise you, this is the one. We're not going to fail it. Just come along with me. Don't follow me, though, because I suck, and I didn't want to be in anything that people would have to follow me and do steps of. All right? But just come along, and we're going to save humanity together. All right, Chris, tell us who we're praying for today." And then Chris comes on, and he goes right into, "Okay, so today, this person's died of cancer. Yeah, it's too bad. They've had it for the last 3 years. We told them Onpassive would pay for their medical bills. Ha ha, joke's on them. Now all they get is a prayer." And that's literally all it is. If you didn't do that every day, and you just came on here to announce like things that people would need to know, right? Like when there's an actual update happening. Like, let's say that magically in future, Ash actually does release a new product in our lifetime. I know, crazy, right? But let's say that he does. That would be a good time to then come out and do a live stream and be like, "Hey guys, there's something new happening." The rest of the time, you're just indoctrinating and brainwashing and manipulating. That's all it is on repeat. So, no, I'm sure, apparently you don't know how to do that in few words. But it's unnecessary. Like, that's your problem. You do that to yourself.
takes care of all that. That's what I want people to know. You will be a professional marketer. Why? Because Onpassive does it for you. You will be a professional coder.
Okay,
Why?
but like, have you seen their marketing? Have you seen their marketing? Because like, if that makes me a professional, holy shit. Well, I am now a professional videographer. That's right, I'm a movie director. Look at me, guys. Look at me.
Onpassive does it for you. You will be able to make beautiful websites. Why? Drag and drop, copy and drop, drag and drop.
Dude, this isn't even a thing right now. Own domain is not even a thing. Why are you bringing this up?
Put this here, paste this here, boom. Why? Because most of the content, all of the illustration is done by Onpassive. Everything. Or you could sit back and say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I'm in. I want to win. It'll happen. You could also take what you do know and put it into the back office in the market. And
What?
and where
No,
you
you
going?
can't. Marty does have a very vivid imagination because he's straight up making this shit up now. Like,
Okay. Anyway, so you could do. I see her sneaking out. I'm going, what the freak? Did I miss something? But anyway, the point is,
okay.
focus on what you're good at, because you're good at something that we're not. Don't chase Collins. Don't chase me, Mike, or somebody. Oh, them and that. I didn't even like Leadership Council. I don't like it. I didn't like the
Okay.
name. I don't like somebody here, whatever. Everybody's got a different skill. And the biggest leaders in the world are people that give the most. Servants are the best leaders. They're the ones that go down in history. You never forget about them.
Okay, but again, what are they supposed to give to you? They've already given you their family's generational wealth, damn it.
You don't remember how much money somebody had. They don't care. The money's coming anyway. We know that. They talked about it last night. I don't usually talk about numbers. I want to see results. And I believe with Onpassive, the results are a given. They're going to happen. What we need to focus on and what we can change. We have no control when Ash pushes that button. None. The sad thing is, neither does Ash. He has some control, but a lot of the stuff going on in Onpassive is outside of Onpassive. Nobody's in a big hurry to launch Onpassive more than Mr. Mufara. But the outside source, maybe.
But okay, yes, granted, in this moment, the outside source you can maybe blame on holding the funds. But why are they holding the funds, Marty? Because Ash broke the law, sat on his ass, and didn't even do anything for this company for the first several years. You know? Like, and that was in his control. That is on him. Stop. You know, it's funny because whenever something good happens in this company, that's because of Ash. But then whenever something bad happens, Ash has no control and it's not his fault. So, does he have control of his company? Should he be the CEO? Or should he maybe step down and let someone else take over? Because it sounds like it stresses him out a lot. I mean, his friends can't even turn to him in their times of need. You see my video from earlier today. So maybe he's not up for the job, you know? But you have to decide, is he in control? You know, or is everything out of his control and he has no way to manage this business?
The merchants that were holding the money. Oh, we got to get them their money real quick so they can launch. They can give a rat's behind what happens. They're going to hold it as long as they can. They're going to give it back. They probably gave it back. I believe they did. He tried to do something good. Do you think he learned? Yeah. Why? Go to country and say, look, I want to give people this much money. Well, why would you want to do that? I want to build a company that's fair for everybody. Yeah, but that's not the way we play. I don't want to play your game. See, all the things he's doing is going against the tide. So he's got to fight an uphill battle. He told me, how many times do you think I walk in a room?
Marty, you're fucking dumb, dude. Like, do you actually think that somewhere in our world is a board meeting of our world's greatest minds in business? And when Ash or anyone opens up a business, they come and they have a meeting with them. And the Ash said to them, I really want to use my business to save humanity. And they said, you can't do that. Excuse me. That's not how we play games here. You're not allowed to do that. Like who, Marty? Who told him this? Like, did David Miscavige come out and be like, you're not allowed to have a business? Is the Illuminati, is Beyonce and Jay-Z come and do a little dance? Crazy in love, crazy if you think you're gonna save humanity with your business? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? When you say things like that, do you not hear what you are saying out of your mouth? Like, it sounds so ridiculous to me when you're like, you know, Ash really, he said he wanted to do things this way. And then they said, you literally sound like you have fucking schizophrenia or something. Who they? Who are these people that are going around and controlling the business world? All right? Are they related to the Rothschilds? Like, what is going on? I need you to be more specific. Because I assure you that this is not happening. All right? This idea that you all have in your head that Ash is like this upcoming business leader. And people are just trying to like stop him from saving the world. $250 commissions at a time, you know? Like, I don't understand. I'm like, who? Where? When? Like, it sounds so silly. And the fact that you constantly repeat it, I've had enough. Stop it. I don't want to hear about it again. Unless you can prove to me that the fucking Illuminati has come and told you how to run things. I've had enough.
Lawyers or government people, and they all go, oh, that's a great idea, Mr. Mapper. I can't wait for you to do it. None. But those are things we don't have to do. Focus on what we have control over. And Mike talked about time. You know, I see people, oh my God, when's it going to launch? When's it going to launch? You know how slow time goes when that happens? I mean, my years from 15 to 17 when I got my driver's license were the 2 longest years of my life. Oh my God, when am I getting? I got 24 months. I got 23 months. I got 20. You know how fast 2 years goes now? Boom, I think it just happened, right? 2 years ago is a second. So think about time. Think about what we can do. And here's the thing.
Wait, are you trying to say that because you're trying to say that, like, if this takes another 2 years, then you should be okay with it? I just feel like you're setting up for that, you know, just constantly setting up to be like, so see, it's okay if this doesn't happen in our lifetime.
I want to really put an emphasis on. Everybody's waiting for something. Look at the benefit we have. We're waiting for a life-changing event. 99.9% of the people are waiting to die. That's it. They get off on Friday, they think about,
This is like so fucked up. Especially when you're the ones doing and holding these prayer vigils for people in Onpassive who are passing away. That you would like, this isn't the first time you've come out here and been like 99% of people are waiting to die. Or talked about how everyone that's old is just waiting to die, apparently. According to Marty, you retire and then you just go and sit in an armchair and wait to die. All right? There's no life after work. No life after retirement. Being a granddad, fuck it. All right? Just wait to die. You know? And it's like, no. People don't do that. But it's just really gross. Considering that the day before this and the day after this, your entire webinars were you praying for people who literally are waiting for Onpassive while they're going through health issues and stuff. Like, just maybe don't bring up that people are dying at all. You know, just, it would be better for you.
Saturday, they're living large. By Sunday afternoon, they're already thinking, oh, I got to go to work Monday. And this goes on over and over and over. And then the lucky thing is we get to retire at 65. And because we beat ourselves down probably in a business that we didn't like anyway, living paycheck to paycheck.
I was like, Marty's just sitting in the chair waiting to die, ignoring his grandkids and doing these webinars every day. So he thinks everyone else is.
Now you say, oh, I'm retired. What are you going to do? Want me to get a part-time job at Walmart so I can give out happy faces? Why? God can't.
You're like, who is hanging out with Marty that keeps getting jobs at Walmart? All right. Marty's been going on about people greeting at Walmart. Like, what happened to you at Walmart, Marty? All right. Did the greeter there beat you up or something? Like, what the fuck happened? I feel like Walmart greeters trigger you. Because you literally bring this up, like, constantly. It's like, what the fuck do you got on Walmart greeters? Quite frankly, it's an easy job to do if you're elderly. And from what I hear, Walmart does benefits. So maybe it's not as bad. You know what? I'd rather work for Walmart than sit around and Onpassive. At least I know I'd be getting my paycheck. I'm just saying. It's an actual job.
Would you retire? You know? What kind of crap is that?
That's Mike's real job.
At least with Onpassive, what we're waiting for is
right?
a life.
Jelly, seriously. If he was a Walmart greeter, that would be a hell of a lot more honest and legit. And he'd be making clean money instead of dirty money. Right? Support that more than I would support him in Onpassive. You know? Because there is such thing as dirty money, Marty. You know, maybe you should think about that too. Is the money that you're making going to be clean money or dirty money?
Changing event.
I like to keep my kitchen and my wallet clean.
So I tell you what, that makes me happy every day.
And my downstairs.
It's coming.
Just, you know,
what we're looking for, it's there. We see the foundation. You just got to open that door and go. And that can happen any day. But the main thing is focus on you. Because the worst thing I want to hear, I got X amount of dollars in my wallet. I don't know how to get it. And you know that's going to happen. Why? Because they focused on, I want it. Now they got it and they don't know how to get it. That's why you need to know you.
And they don't know how to get it. It just sounds so silly. Stop going there.
Stop going there.
It's like, it's just, imagine telling people in your business that they're going to see money in their wallet, but you don't want them to be complaining about how they can't access that money. Because they should already know that they're not going to be able to access the money. I mean, that's just beautiful, Marty. Fabulous fucking job, bud. Like, I can't even anymore with you. Like, way to turn that around. Like, I can't even. It's like, how dare you expect to actually access the money that we put in your fucking wallet? All right? Like, how dare you? Why would you? All right? Like, you should know that there's going to be problems. Like, duh. Hello?
Your business has come from Oliver every day, Collins, Mike, Chris, myself. Learn what you need to know. It's, I didn't have to know anything. Don't be stupid. Don't go that far. I could just lay on my back and close my eyes and the company will do it. No. It's already ridiculous what they're doing.
So then what the fuck are they supposed to be doing, though? Like, what is there to actually do? Like, even if they want to sell stuff, they can't right now. So
for us, what you need to do is get tied in, find out what's going on. Don't worry about things you have no control over. Because
it is sort of rude for him to speak first and do an entire speech before anyone else says a word. Right? So he needs to be the center of attention.
Because thank God you're not in control of it. Thank God I'm not.
He's out here like, this is my show. I run this shit.
Control of when we launch, don't launch, what I settle for and what I don't. Ass has never lost focus. Does he hear this? Oh my God, my great uncle died. Oh, I lost my job. I can't do this. And Onpassive still hasn't lost. That is not Onpassive's fault. If I run out of money, I have something happen, somebody passed away, I got sick, my grandkids get sick, that has nothing to do with it.
Marty, are we going to have to go and react to the video on Scam Passive's channel where you specifically tell people to quit their jobs and join Onpassive? Because I fucking will. You literally told people to quit their jobs for Onpassive. And now just a couple years later, you're telling them, well, if you quit your job for Onpassive and you're waiting around and you don't have enough money to live, that's your fault. You got some nerve.
Onpassive. Zero. But I'll tell you this. We have hope of when one day it's coming, we're going to be part of something that I believe is the biggest thing that ever happened on this planet, other than, for my belief, Jesus Christ was crucified, okay? I believe nothing will be bigger. This is bigger than the industrial age, the first one. This will be the new one. And you're going to be able to look back and say, oh my God, look what I was part of. And that little bit of time we're waiting, you're going to think it's a joke. These two gentlemen here, Collins and Oliver, IT experts, were in the business for years. They both thought, knowing what they heard about Onpassive, they didn't know everything in the beginning. This is going to take 10 years. Call me.
The number of times that Marty has compared Ash to Jesus in the last month is actually worrisome.
When it's done. They're doing so much. In fact, I believe Colin said to me, I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're going to be accomplished, but if they do 10% of what they say, this will be the biggest IT company in the world. And guess what? Since he said that, the company has improved 100%.
How?
So even if it's 10%, it's 100% of what he thought the day he came in. So,
okay, why is that a flex? That doesn't seem wrong to you at all. Seems like a weird flex to me.
that's where we're at, everybody. That's where we're at. You heard in Go Africa, the gentleman from Egypt, he praised Africa, and you
The last time he showered was probably before Go Africa.
could hear it was with pride. I am an African. He said Africa is fertile ground. Why? I would rather deal with people that are not marketers, right? I want to deal with people that are fresh. The average age in Africa is ridiculously like 19 or 20. I couldn't believe it. A lot of young people in Africa, right? And a lot of educated people with nothing to do with it. AI is coming. That's a good place to start. But the whole world is going to blow up with AI. We can deal with it or we can be spectators. We're part of it. So remember that we're all part of AI from the very, very beginning. If you listen to that journey tape that Ash did almost 3 years ago, he started to realize, he said in the middle, in the summer of 2019, he realized what he was looking for, they did not have the technology to do it yet. I think some people.
I don't understand, because what he's done now with the technology at his disposal apparently isn't even close to anything good that came out in 2019. So
We heard it last night. And look where we are now. Everything expanded, blew up. Look at OConnect. Look at OConnect when we started in September 1st, and look at OConnect today. I'm so glad we have it now.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, keep in mind, we're in phenomenal situation. I mean,
yeah, no,
what
I
we're
guess
waiting
if
for.
OConnect impresses you, then that would explain why Onpassive impresses you and Ash impresses you, right? You're you're not looking for much. It doesn't take a lot.
It's life-changing for your children, your grandchildren, everybody you know in your family. What other people are waiting for is pretty sad in most cases. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to whoever wants it.
Mark says, Marty, today we are teaming up with governments we don't even know, and the 95% that we don't know is even better than what we don't know right now. Yeah, he's been saying that a lot lately. That there's 95% we don't know, and it's better than what we know, or what we don't know. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? And for some reason, Marty seems to think that AI is like brand new and it's only been around for a couple years. Right, Peaceful? He literally, I don't even think he understands what it is fully. At all.
Colin.
Yes, Marty. That was really great. Yes, just want to thank you again for inviting us here. You and Chris, you are amazing. You know, you gave us the opportunity on Saturday to just come and chat. We found us an affiliate, and those who will be watching later on. You know, Onpassive, I always said Onpassive is an AI
So it is Collins Bana speaking right now.
Software development company. I don't like to call it IT because IT means we are doing a disfavor. IT can mean anything. But when you call it a global AI software development company, you complete everything, because those who understand will know that this is not a joke. It means it takes time to build a solution. It means you're building it from scratch, from nothing, from the word. When Marty said, I want Mike Ellis to fly, they will find a way for Mike Ellis to fly. Anything you say can be done in IT. But again, will it generate revenue? That's what they always think. If it cannot generate revenue, they will not do it. Everything is possible in IT, but if it cannot generate revenue, nobody will waste their time to do it. But we are, like Marty said, we are in a better place. But then yesterday we were discussing something and I slept again because I talked about Catmo. I slept again and I said, no, let me look at it in really.
Pat Mata says, I am never bored in Onpassive. There is always something going on. Yeah, I know. That's how they indoctrinate you fully into the cult.
In a critical way. And most of the founders, they love Catmo. If they say Catmo, oh, everybody's, jumping, celebrating. Do we really understand Catmo? That is my problem now. Do we really understand why Ash made that revelation Catmo? Because Catmo is complete automated traffic and money. A lot of founders love.
What are you supposed to do? If it's complete automated traffic and money, automated means you don't have to do anything for it. It's automated, right? So then how are people supposed to do the cat, as you guys say? Which, again, I think that only Shane Dawson knows about that. But you're supposed to engage and do stuff, but then you got cat mode. So I'm like, what we doing?
T and MO, that's traffic and money. But they don't understand the CA. The CA is complete automation. All of them complement each other. If there is no ACA, there will never be T. Mike Ellis says a marketer. Marty is here. They are great marketers. Thank God I'm saying this. They are here. You cannot drive traffic to
he doesn't want to be a leader, and he doesn't want people to follow him. He didn't like MLMs before, the ones he did before this one. This isn't an MLM, remember? All right? I don't know what it's supposed to be, a pyramid scheme? I don't know, but it's not an MLM. All those other MLMs he hated because they wanted him to be a leader and do things and lead people. So he says that, but then he shares comments like Roger King's comment here that literally says, it takes leaders with vision to help people with dreams. You guys rock. So, are you leading this then, Marty? Are you helping people lead their dreams? Or not? Like, make up your mind. It just seems weird that you would share that without, saying, hey, Collins, I just have to say something right quick. Yeah, guys, we're not the leaders for your vision. All right? That's not what we're doing here today. Hello, Ricardo. Could we hold a prayer vigil to commemorate the death of Okonak? Yes. Yes, we can.
That doesn't exist. For instance,
I can't pray. It will go directly to Satan. It's so obvious that Ash and these guys are trying to turn this into an MLM reseller's business. The passive income is long gone. Founders can't get their heads around this.
Let's look at this scenario. Marty DeGarmo has the grandchildren in the house.
Yeah.
Called the son and said, go to that shop. I want you to go and get toothpaste for me. And Marty DeGarmo called the shop name. The son goes there, come back, and said, Daddy, I went there was nothing.
Collins is one of the IT specialists that they claim wouldn't be in Onpassive. See, the reason why Collins and Oliver are both here today is they're supposed to be the IT tech guys that have worked in the business for years and years and then left their careers to join Onpassive. So it's to legitimize the technology in Onpassive just with their presence. It's the same thing that they do with like Dr. Susan, because Dr. Susan is connected to government officials, unfortunately. So they use her to legitimize it, right? Who knew that people that are connected to government officials could be corrupt? I mean, I know. I was like, oh my God, so surprised.
I went there was just cement, there was building materials and stuff like that. You sent me to the wrong place. But he said, oh my God, the son will be so upset because one, you waste your time and effort, maybe the gas you put in your car to drive there and come back, and there was nothing. So now that will be loss of confidence for Marty DeGarmo as a grandfather, that you send me to the wrong place, Daddy, I'm not going anymore, because what you're saying.
They didn't leave their careers to join Onpassive, I don't think. I think they're just clowns who work in IT and sign up as founders. Me too. Me too. But that's what Marty and Chris will claim about all these guys, is that they left these really amazing careers working in the IT business. They wouldn't have done that, you know, if Onpassive didn't have legit technology. And it's like, okay, well, obviously you're all fucking brainwashed and corrupt over here because your tech sucks. All right. And again, Oliver and his risk management background, you want me to believe he didn't look at this and see the risk? Come on.
Doesn't make sense. You asked me for toothpaste, I went there and it was nothing. The
Probably.
child now what? It's a traffic. It's a customer.
Probably,
you send the child to a wrong place. So Marty cannot send someone to a place that what they are looking for doesn't exist. So if there is no CA, T cannot come. So when we're talking about targeted traffic, it means you cannot send targeted traffic to a place where there's nothing exists. So I always love the CA, because the CA is complete automation. Means they have built the ecosystem complete, automated, and then they say, now let us start look for customers. And Mr. Ashmofara is genuine when it comes to customers.
That's what targeted traffic is. It means that they're going out and they're getting the customers for you. All right. They're looking for people that are looking for, maybe they're Googling video conferencing applications or new email clients, right? So then you would track what people are doing on the internet and what they're interested in, and then try to target them for this scam. That's what that means. All automatic, right? Automated. So that means that you don't have to do anything. Again, it's all done for you.
They can start look and say, all right, this is what we got, because they can see everything, do the analysis and say, yeah, this is it. We can send customers. And before the M will come, MO will come, that T must be converted. T cannot work if it is not converted. You can send millions of customers. If they are not converted, they don't buy anything, no money will come. It means the customers you are sending must be the customers that will look at it and say, yes, we want it. Yes, even if we don't buy it today, because we don't have money today, but we are happy to buy it tomorrow or the next day or month. It means these customers must be converted to something which is money. It means money is the last effect of anything we are thinking about. And that is where we stand, because Mr. Ashmofara is
okay, but here's the thing. It should all be happening at the same time. Here's the thing. Complete automated targeted traffic and making money can all be happening at the same time. All right. So the fact that you tell people, oh, they got to concentrate on the cat before they get the mo is sort of silly. When really the only thing to concentrate on is the fact that you don't have a merchant. Because without a merchant, you can't have any of this going on. Right?
Jimmy is like something that is really, he knows what he is doing. He knows if I build this and I give so much value, the T will come. And that T will be converted to MO. That's where we stand. So most of the founders need to know where they stand and start to, keep that anxiety down and say, we want to perfect our CA so that the T will come and that T will be converted to MO. That is the cat mode we are talking about.
Okay, but why isn't it being done? Again, it's because when they get there, they cannot buy a product because of the merchant. lack thereof. You know?
Something must happen for T to come, and that T must be converted before MO will come. And all of them, they work simultaneously. They are intertwined, where you cannot separate them. You know, you cannot build a nice house, you put it under your bed, nobody will see it. You must put it and then advertise it, you know, do everything for things to start to flow. But now is the time where we need to learn and understand our business. Like those who are coming.
Everything is possible for those that believe. That's the comment. Come on now, you know?
The fathers coming. If you are in an IT company, say the IT company,
Collins is only there for Catmo. He seems a little obsessed with it.
Somebody will say, oh, what are you selling? This goes not only for the founder as the affiliate. If they open an IT company, software development company, because it is rare for a software development company to open their door and say, we want affiliate, because they will never do it. Mr. Ashmofara is exception. All those other companies, like Marty will say, they did by mistake. It happens for them to have millionaires and billionaires. It was just error. It was not designed for this to happen. But Onpassive was designed for this to happen. IT company had.
Peaceful says, Mike Ellis has got some Catmo in those filing cabinets. I'm sure of it. What does he keep in those filing cabinets?
Open their door to say we want affiliate, because the person will say, I know if I build this solution, they will come whether they like it or not. TikTok is there. There's an example. They build all of this. We are running YouTube. We are jumping on YouTube. How much are they making? They never brought any affiliate because they know we are in a digital age. Whatever you throw out there, people will go for it. As long as it's good. They don't care if it's Mr. Ashmofara. They don't.
Yeah, they're starting to teach people in Onpassive how to make Onpassive YouTube channels. There's some videos going around that are all like, this is how you become a YouTuber for Onpassive. And I'm like, I'm good, thanks.
Don't care if it's this. They don't even know. I don't even know the owner of TikTok. Ask me the name. But do I use it? Yes. I don't even know those who develop YouTube. I know it was only bought by Google. But do I know the person who developed it? No. Am I using it? Yes, because I know it is good. That is what will happen on Passive. Lot of people will use the product, not the owner, because the product is good, it's providing so much value. And if an IT company open the door and say, we want you to come in to get something, if you sit behind, the company like this happened in a decade. Maybe you will see an IT company, software development.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's the point of having the distributors. They're supposed to do the marketing for them, which is why it's funny that Ash has still, on top of that, also wasted thousands of dollars on weird advertisements and marketing when nothing can be done. Like, even Collins is saying it here, right? Like, oh, well, you could market, but then when they get there, they don't, there's nothing for them to do. So we have to wait for the cat before we get the mo, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. So why did Ash waste thousands of dollars on marketing when you weren't ready? And when he had all of these people doing these videos for him every day, was it necessary?
Development company coming up, open their door in a minimal price for you to come and make something out of it. It doesn't happen. All of those companies, they know what they are doing. That's why they open and say, come, because they don't have viable products. But we are in a digital world age where every IT company, the tiniest, makes so much money. And if they open their door and said, look, we want you, and you hesitate, then you are really in the wrong side of the history. When you jump it, they will shut the door, because Onpassive will never last like this, like affiliate.
Okay.
Let me tell you, one day it will come to a point where Mr. said, it is too much. We have to shut this. We know the rest will come in, whether they like it or not, they are customers. The whole world is almost 6 billion. Most of them, they are younger age. What would they do? They are interested in technology. They will dive into Onpassive and they will foot the bill, because technology is here to last. We are in that era where if you are not in,
young people are not going to pay 4 times the amount for a video conferencing app just because it's attached to some middle-aged dude that they don't see as a god, but you do. All right? I think it's bizarre that so many young people have allegedly been signing up to Onpassive, because young people usually know more about tech than us old folk do. All right? My daughter's already at that point, at the age of, she's going on 10 this year, where she's telling me how to do stuff with technology and showing me new stuff, you know? That's just the way that it is. And I find it very bizarre that young people...
Because you're old.
I am old. And I find it bizarre that young people would be looking at this technology going, yeah, this is amazing, when a lot of them are used to using things like TikTok and YouTube. I never even figured out fucking TikTok. Not once. Never figured it out all the way. I still don't know how to do like a full TikTok with like the dances and the special effects and all that kind of stuff. I still don't really know. All right, I'm too old. I was born in 86. I'm too old for that.
68?
Shut up. So literally, like, I find it weird. I feel like most young people that would come in this would be like, this shit sucks. Like, I don't want to use this. I'll just use Zoom. Or I'll just use Discord. Or I'll just use Google Hangouts. Or we'll just do a video call with each other. With my phone. Directly. Right? Like, it makes no sense to me. If there are young people in this, they are coming from areas that do not have that technology, I assure you. You know? Mark says, I used to hire people like Collins for specific call center jobs. I had to keep them in check to keep to the script and not to open their mouths, talking nonsense, leading customers down a rabbit hole. I believe that. I believe that.
Then you are already in the wrong
Yeah,
side
or
of the
they're
history.
kids of the O founders, exactly. Right? And it's like a community thing, too. It's like, that's the problem with MLMs, is that sometimes it only takes one person in a community that's trustworthy that signs up for it. And then the whole community gets duped.
Let us make use of Onpassive, because it is here to bless us. Because when the door will shut, you know, even the affiliate position, you will just be a normal user. So that's what I want to throw out there, Marty DeGarmo. I hope I inspire someone out there to take a second look.
You just say that if they shut it down, then you'll just be a normal user of it? That was weird.
Onpassive.
I almost need to go back.
Where every IT company, the tiniest, makes so much money. And if they open their door and said, look, we want you, and you hesitate, then you are really in the wrong side of the history. When you jump it, they will shut the door, because Onpassive will never last like this, like affiliate. Let me tell you, one day it will come to a point where Mr. said, it is too much. We have to shut this. We know the rest will come in, whether they like it or not, they are customers. The whole world is almost 6 billion. You know, most of them, they are younger age.
So he thinks that we're going to come to a time where literally the entire world will almost be signed up for Onpassive. 6 billion people. Like, okay, I don't think so. And then Ash will have to shut it off.
What would they do? They are interested in technology. They will dive into Onpassive and they will foot the bill, because technology is here to last. We are in that era where if you are not in, then you are already in the wrong side of the history. So let us make use of Onpassive, because it is here to bless us. Because when the door will shut, you know, even the affiliate position, you will just be a normal user. So that's what I want to throw out.
He did kind of say that one day it's going to get shut and then you'll just be a normal user of it. Interesting. Mark says, there aren't many young people in Onpassive. It's aimed at IT illiterate people, right? Elderly, sometimes with personal issues. We laugh at it, but people are hurt without realizing what's going on. We laugh through the pain here. You come here to laugh at things that are maybe a little heavy. Like thousands and thousands of people getting scammed that are already in need. you know, heavy topic, but you can always find some comedy in it to get us through. Otherwise, life wouldn't be fun.
Marty DeGarmo, I hope I inspire someone out there to take a second look into Onpassive.
See, and that's the thing, is that they also prey on areas that don't have that much education on scams. Even in MLMs, people don't realize, but multi-level marketing has only been going on since about 2016. Before that, like, there weren't really communities that were dedicated to ensuring that people know about these scams. People come to me all the time. They're like, everyone knows that MLMs are scams and not to join pyramid schemes or fall for scams. Like, you're just wasting your life talking about these things every day. You should do something more interesting, like talk about drama, which then just tells me your maturity level's quite low. But it's like, there are so many places in our world that actually do not know about scams. And they have no clue that MLMs are dangerous. And when there's at least 18 million people a year in the US joining MLMs, I feel the need to speak out about them. That tells me that no, not everyone realizes and knows. Even in the US, Canada. So think of places outside. All right, maybe they don't have access to the internet like we do. So how would that education get spread? There's still places in our world where girls cannot get education. How would they know? And don't think, oh, well, they don't have money, so people aren't going to go over there and scam them. Because this right here should prove to you that that's wrong. Yeah, they will. They don't care. They will make you draw blood from a stone. Oh my God. Why are we clapping again? Now we're doing the damn seal clap. Like for what? For the same fucking speech that Collins Manna gives us every single time that he talks about Catmo? Like, that's what we're clapping for, really? Come on now. I'm sure the CCC will be full in on O-Connect in China. Yeah, I hope so. Because MLMs are supposed to be banned from there completely. That's a billion right there who won't join, right? That's what I mean. In China, you're not supposed to be doing MLMs. It's only like their local ones that they'll accept. But if you're an international, no. This being out of the US, no.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, where are we going now? We're going to Mike Ellis.
Yay! It's Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Oh, I'm so excited. Are you guys excited to hear from Mike Ellis?
Yeah.
Mark says, I think MLMs are pretty awful as they just about stay on the right side of the law. Difficult to stop them, and they cause so many problems for so many people. Exactly. And see, that's the thing, is that they do use loopholes and things. And if we didn't have people like myself, the recovering Hunbot, Michelle Carpenter, Monica Hayworth, Savannah Marie, etc., 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 keeping track of these and speaking out against them, nobody would know what they're doing. Who do you think has changed the laws to make pyramid schemes illegal? You know? I'm just saying. There was a time where even those weren't really seen as a scam. There was a time where cults weren't seen as bad. You know?
Thanks, Marty. Everything that Collins and Marty have said, it's absolutely spot on. I earlier today, this morning, I watched the video.
Scammer's throat clear. Mike's very famous for it.
Video that Chris and Marty put up on their channel. and it was the journey of Onpassive, and it was Ash Mufareh talking about the first couple of years within Onpassive. And it was really, really good because you forget what happened early on in Onpassive because things are moving so quickly. But as I listened to Ash talk, I
feel like it would have all blurred together. You know, like I was saying earlier, how it was just the same thing on repeat for several years without an OES. So imagine them doing all this, except there's no website or OES or products or anything. But then they're still doing the exact same thing, basically, every day, coming out and talking about how it's going to change the world and how fabulous it is. I feel like that would all just kind of like run together in my brain. If I tried to remember it, you know, it would all feel like all the same to me. It kind of does sometimes when I think back about covering it.
I thought, okay, what was the impetus for people to come into Onpassive? And as I thought about it, it really hasn't changed from 2018 to 2024 today. Really hasn't changed that much. And it really was the trajectory.
Well, that sucks, because obviously you didn't hear when Marty was saying that so much has changed. I love it. Marty comes out here. So much has changed since then. And then Mike shows up. And he just shows up all like, hi, guys. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And not much has changed since 2020. Just basically like saying, fuck you, Marty, to everything you just said. Yikes. Mike Ellis. Bad, bad, bad. When he comes on screen, my dogs all start to whimper and crouch. The cat just gets up and leaves. The room fills up with the stench of sulfur. Do you know what? One of the recovering Hunbot's dogs, literally, Chalupa, will not go near her when she's covering Ash Mufareh. Hates him. Like, the dog will hide. It will growl at the screen sometimes if she's, like, reacting. It's so funny. And I'm like, listen, animals know. All right? Animals know if you're a good person or a bad person. So if you're playing someone on your screen and your animal immediately starts to react, I would just take note. Take note of it. You have someone over to your house, your animal's reacting negatively, you know, just wonder if you should have them over again. I'm just saying.
The financial trajectory that people can...
You feel like kids do know. Yep, kids know too. They often do. It's true. It's true. They'll get a feeling. Probably very similar. It's like an intuitive feeling that sometimes we as adults, maybe we lose the ability to tap into as quickly because we get corrupted by all kinds of things. Even our own personal life experience might corrupt us listening to that intuition a bit. You know, whatever it is. There's something that animals and kids can pick up on often that we've lost. So yes, also listen to your kids. If you have a young child around and someone goes up to say hi and the kid like hides, you know, especially if they're not known to be a really shy child, just, you know, take note. Be like, all right, we're going to stay away from that person now.
That Onpassive can put people on to get to the place where they're actually developing an income online. Excuse me, guys.
It's something that Mike actually knows nothing about because he's basically only been in scams for the last 20 years like Marty and has never actually fully developed a damn income online. So I guess it's because he needed Onpassive to do so. All those awful scams he was in before, no. You know, they weren't going to do it. But this scam is the one. It is the scam.
And what I thought about, you know, I love the figures. I love to talk about the numbers and where we were in 2018, where we are today, and how they've changed. And they've changed dramatically.
Yes, one of the first videos I ever reacted to of I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Was him explaining the 3x10 matrix to us. It was very interesting.
When Ash talked about Onpassive in 2018, he was thinking very, very small.
He has a very persistent cough. Yeah, it's just the scammer's throat clear. You know, people tend to get either a phlegmy or a dry mouth when they lie. Some people tend to get phlegmy. Some people tend to get a very, very dry mouth. I find scammers all do this little throat clear thing. You know? You'll hear all of them do it. A lot of scammers, though. Not just in Onpassive. Like, across the board, the scammers throat clear is a thing. It was a thing on my channel before Mike Ellis came on and started doing it even. Do we think Mike is still living in his mother's house? He could be. At the same time, though, we don't know what kind of situation his mother's in. You know, what if she's ill and he needs to take care of her? You know, so I don't always judge that. You never know. You never know.
Small in Ash Mufar's terms was $200, $300, $400 million business. And today it's so much bigger than that. It's unbelievable. But
if you love numbers so much, doesn't that number seem very high to you? Like, come on, you can't, this is what I mean. And we've talked about this in depth before, how you just like figure out the whole market value of your products, your company and everything. But like, when he said that back in like 2020, which is kind of what you guys are talking about, right? Then versus now, because of Marty's silly video he posted. Like, there was nothing, as you've pointed out. This was before there was a website, an ecosystem, and products for sale, or even in existence. So don't you think that just randomly being like, this is worth $1 million would be like a little high? Does it not seem like that number's a little high to you? And what makes you think that the number has changed so drastically to today? Because I feel like the longer this company goes for some reason, you guys think the value is going to go up, but it doesn't really work that way when you're not making an income in it. Like, if anything, it just makes you look worse now, the longer this company's open for, without people actually making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, wouldn't it have lost value? I know you gained more, but in my opinion, based on what I know about market value, I feel like this thing's lost value in the last few years. Honestly. It wouldn't have gained value here. And that's because of all of these problems that are kind of going on. Right? Like, there is no actual value, market value to this thing right now. It's made $0. All right? Like, there is no money coming in. Right? It's on hold and all this. And then even then, they're being sued for $108 million. And they're asking for Ash to pay that money back to all of the O-founders. So it's kind of like, even then, we got to take that off the top. Right? You know? We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuck boy. No one fucks with my hose. The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand.
We get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Dinger condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you sexual endorphin spray, trademarked. We have now created the Foot Fetish Fantasia spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the Foot Fetish Fantasia spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chaz R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand.
Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor.
Yes, thank you. So Peaceful Nature said during the ad break, when we were listening to the Berserker Demons ad, why the hell would that sound like someone I know, Bob? And then I was thinking the whole time about how it reminded me of Marty. Talking about how they're stopping Ash from, making his company all about saving humanity. His little schizophrenic rant earlier.
But as I think about the people that came into Onpassive, they really came in not because of the money, but because of what Onpassive is doing for them.
Which I don't believe. Maybe that's what keeps them in, okay? But I feel like the main selling point for most of the people that has joined Onpassive is the whole, it's going to help your generational wealth, financial freedom, blah, blah, blah. And then once they get there, because you have to think, all right, like you're not brainwashed into this thing until after you join. All right. And I feel like, especially at the beginning, it wasn't all about saving humanity at all. It was mentioned here and there that you were hoping that maybe this could do that, but it really wasn't all about that. It was more about making a passive income, making money online, So for the most part, I feel like what brings people to Onpassive is that they think that they're going to make decent money online. Then they get here, they realize that they're not making money, but hey, whatever, they have this community now, this new family. They play trivia every night, don't you know? So then that kind of keeps them there, right?
And it really does put them on that trajectory to have financial freedom. And here's how it works. We know that most people online, they don't have the ability, the skill sets to come in and make a living online, to develop an income online. They just can't do it.
That's a little bit insulting because I feel like there's a lot of people in Onpassive that have amazing talents where they would be able to come in and make a living on the internet without a scam.
It's not because they're not smart enough or they don't have the skill sets. They don't have the inclination to learn the skill sets. And when Onpassive came along, and
this is what I mean, though. In Onpassive, allegedly, they still need to know skill set, right? You talk about how people need to know marketing and they need to work at Catmo and stuff. So, like, why do they have the skill sets for Onpassive but nothing else? That's weird.
This will help you as we move forward in 2024 because you're going to understand what's coming. They saw Onpassive. They saw a way forward to actually start taking care of that financial bottom line and their financial woes. And they did that because of the concepts within Onpassive. And the concepts are real simple. I won't go over them right now. I want to jump to 2024, where we are today. Today we talk to people that are in Onpassive today. Most of them are affiliates within Onpassive. And that's a really, really good thing, because there are individuals out there right now that, although they're excited about Onpassive, and Oliver and Collins and I, we talked about this earlier, they don't really quite understand.
There's somebody else now that's jumped on the screen there. Or is that just Marty DeGarmo now going black?
Understand what Onpassive is going to be doing with them. And it's all about
Where'd
the
he
concepts
go?
of Onpassive. And those concepts moving forward are going to be the same as they were in 2018. And when we think about individuals, because in a very, very short period of time, Mr. Mufara, we are very, very close to launching OConnect worldwide. And then when that happens, 4 more products come out. That's what's going to happen.
Why? Like, what has led you to believe this? When did Ash say, as soon as we launch on OConnect to the world, then 4 more products are going to be coming out? Why not launch some of these products to the world? You know?
And it's going to happen very, very quickly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, if you've listened to us in the last couple of days, you probably listened to the numbers and you know what's going to happen with Onpassive. It's a really, really big thing. But as people come in and look at Onpassive,
now Colin's off the screen. What's going on?
And these are the new people that we're going to be talking to, whether it's you expressing a testimonial or people asking you about Onpassive. They're coming in to change their lives because they've been in this rat race for so long. There's no way forward for them. And as we look at it,
well, that was depressing.
As Onpassive launches OConnect, individuals are going to be coming in for the same reason Marty, Dan, and I came in. Number one, we came in initially for the money. In other words, can we actually develop an income online? But when you get past that, you get to the point where, okay.
How did you develop an income online with your channel?
I'm going to do very, very well. But the people I've talked to, as they come in and ask me about Onpassive, can they do the same thing? And the answer to that is yes, absolutely.
Again, how is this not an MLM?
And then we start to,
like, just think about it. Now we're even doing they can just do what I do and then they'll make the money, right?
Talk about the products of Onpassive, because Onpassive primarily is going to be a customer-based business. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of affiliates Onpassive that are going to be doing very, very well. But Onpassive is a customer-based business. And then we start to talk about the products of Onpassive, superior, above market value. And
they're very, very cool, right, Mike?
At a lower price. We all know that. We all know that's coming. And because that's coming, people are going to flood into Onpassive. And then you start to think about those are the individuals coming.
So is Ash going to take a few $100 off the yearly cost of OConnect? Because otherwise, no, I don't know that that's what's happening at all. So far, it's more expensive than everything on the market. And it does the same shit.
Into Onpassive. Why are the businesses coming into Onpassive? Again, this is going to help you going forward, understanding what's going to happen with your business. Okay. And this is going to happen very, very quickly. Every company out there, every company in the world today is looking for a way to do a digital transformation. In other words, take their business to the 21st century, being able to market online. Dude,
we're already past that. People have been doing that since the fucking 90s. You're way behind, Mike. I thought you were taking us to 2024, not 1994. What happened? Did we time travel again?
Doesn't matter if they're brick and mortar store, whatever they're selling offline in their brick and mortar store, you need to be online. And in order to do that, you have to do a digital transformation.
Yeah, people, again, they did that in the 90s. What? Do you not remember? I do. The comments on these videos are really weird. The same 20 or 30 people saying the most crazy things. They're just the hardcore cult followers who believe anything and are easily led. It's sad, right? And every time that I react to Onpassive, I have the same 3 people that come and comment, I love Onpassive! And that's all that they comment. Like this comment that's on the screen here. From the alleged goat. I love Onpassive.
Well, Onpassive, again, superior tools, lower price point. All these tools are on one platform, so people don't have to go to 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different outlets to bring in
right? The brainwashing is strong, and that's what's holding this thing together. And what's frustrating to me when I'm hearing all of these people talk is that I know that they know that too. And that's why I get so angry at them sometimes. Other than the fact that they're piece of shit people that scam people, it's like they know that. They're well aware that right now the only thing keeping anyone in Onpassive is the fact that they're brainwashed into believing in this thing. I mean, it can't be the money. They know it's not the products. So it's like they know better, right?
The tools they need to do that digital platform and come into the 21st century and be able to market online.
Yeah, I guess they would go live like early because today would have been the webinar at 6 a.m. So they're going to get on earlier. It makes sense to me. They'd be live now.
Onpassive does all of that on their OES platform, the Onpassive ecosystem platform. Never been done before, probably.
It has been done a bazillion times. It's almost frustrating me that you keep saying that this has never been done before. Like no other company has ever made an SaaS business before. Because that's what you're saying here. And it's like, well, you didn't invent that. So where did that come from? You know, like, fuck off, Mike.
It will never be done again because it is a really, really difficult thing to do. I used the figure last night.
Though. That's the funniest part, especially with the products you have. It's actually not that difficult to make any of the products that you have. I've asked people before all about it in your fucking, in this field. I've been like, you know, how easy is it to make an email client? And everyone tells me it's like the most basic fucking thing that you can make. Same with your O tracker, your O tram. Very basic level. And even the O Connect. Even with the new features. They're still like, yeah, no, they haven't added anything to this that would make me think that, you know, they've had to put a lot of work and effort into this. It's all just open source plugins, and then anything that does come from them is extremely easy, basic work. Like for people that code, it would be like the first things that they ever learned how to do kind of thing. Like very basic level. Like I have people that come and comment to me almost every single day telling me that they could make that OES system within a month. And it would be 10 times better than the one that Onpassive came out with. Like all the time. It's like one of the main comments that I get. That's a repeat from like people out here on the interwebs that watch my videos. It'll be people that are in IT going, holy fuck, I could make all this in like 2 weeks. Give me a month, I could make this entire fucking thing. And it would be 10 times better than what these guys are sitting on right now. All from different people, too. And a lot of them not even people that come here all the time and watch me. Sometimes I just get a random person that's just, you know, they're into technology and they come across a video about a scam in it, so they watch it. And they're like, holy shit, what are these people selling? Like... So, and like that, so this is what I mean. And so when that's happening in the real world outside of Onpassive, this is why I have such a hard time when these guys are like, oh, everyone's going to flock to get on OConnect. I'm like, no, not really. Because people that aren't brainwashed by Onpassive, when they see this shit, they're like, this sucks. Like anyone could do this. This is simple shit. And we can tell. Like, I don't even need to tell you guys that. Because you guys know watching them, just based on how excited they get over the most minute features added on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, obviously, it's a basic feature that they're adding. It's like they thought it was amazing that they put in the send button for the email client, you know? And it's like, well, why would you have an email client that you can't send an email in, Ash? And they were like, oh, they finally put it in. That's so amazing. Like, things like that blow their mind, right? You can tell. Or you can just kind of take a step back and watch and kind of tell for yourself that nothing spectacular is going on here, and it doesn't take much to impress these guys. Which always makes me question their alleged backgrounds. Because it's either they're lying about their backgrounds, like Collins, right? And Oliver here, right? They're lying about their background. Or they're not lying about their background, but then they for sure know what the fuck they're doing. And I don't know which one's better and which one's worse. I don't know if it's worse to be someone that lies about your background, so you're ignorant and you get caught up in an IT scam, or if it's better to be somebody that does have an IT background you're honest about, but then you use that background to scam people. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up for me. But it's one or the other with these two. And it's frustrating because it's like, damn it, you would expect people that would know technology to call this out for what it is. Because if anything, making something like this actually makes it so that technology can fall behind. It's like you guys are stuck in 1995, like I said. Right? Like the mid-1990s. You're treating it like it's the mid-1990s. Like you literally just said people are going to be putting their stuff onto like digital. And I'm like, dude, everyone did that in the 90s. Like, people have just been digital right off the get-go since the early 2000s. There aren't really that many places anymore that would need to, like, convert to having digital. Unless you're going and finding places out there that really don't need to be digital. And then you're trying to convince them that it would be better for them to be digital. You know, like that tire shop that you found out on a dirt road. That's a local shop that would really only work for people in that direct area that don't have internet access. So why would they need to have a website that they pay for? In that sense, like, that's unnecessary for that business. I mean, it'd be one thing if you got them all online first, but I think we all know how those data centers are going, huh? So it's just, you drive me insane.
In 2022, $1.85 trillion was spent by companies to bring their...
Wes says, if it runs Ash a 5K AWS bill per OConnect user monthly, as he claims, right? That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Like, and this is what I mean. Even just things like that should let you know that they don't, like, whoever's doing this, they don't know technology like they claim. Because that's fucking ridiculous. The Go Africa webinar, which they claim had around 7,000 participants, must have earned AWS a few $100 million that day. Yeah. And then it's like, well, then who's paying for this? Right? And then, well, remember, Ash doesn't have to make any money. He doesn't need money for the company. It's all going into a big pot. And he's going to give it all back to the O-founders. But you're literally paying millions just for you to run your OConnect. Like, okay. Like, I'm sure. And that's ridiculous. You guys think that Zoom is paying that to have that many people do a webinar? No, they're not. None of these guys can articulate why Onpassive is an important company, even if it was important. They just know how to scam and manipulate the vulnerable. Right? It's just repeating random things that they hear. The founders are analog. And then they get lost here. Like this poor dude here. He's just lost. Also, the 3D printer plants. You don't forget about that.
Their company into that digital transformation and being able to do business online.
Like, that sounds so crazy to hear in 2024. I'm sorry. It just does. It's bizarre. Like, people have been doing that for years.
And of that $1.87 trillion, they wasted probably 80% of that. They just could not do it. It's a really, really hard thing to do. This is what Onpassive does. This is what we do. We bring solutions to the table. Digital transformation, very, 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 very hard nut to crack. It's a difficult problem.
See, the funny thing is they talk about how it's a different business right now, like it's a positive thing. But wouldn't most people get upset if they signed up for a business that was supposed to be about marketing? And then all of a sudden, 3 years later, all of a sudden you're supposed to be selling products. You're not doing any marketing. And now it's all about something else, like saving humanity with your products. I feel like then most people would be upset that it's not what they signed up for. People usually don't want that to change, you know?
To solve. Onpassive brings that solution to the table. People can come in and they're, I forget the number I used last night. They're like 334 million businesses in the world. All of these businesses are going to be coming into Onpassive because they can't break that nut. They can't take care of that digital transformation. And Mr. Mufareh, and this is the genius behind Onpassive and our market, he has found a solution for all the businesses in the world to come in and do that digital transformation. And I can tell you guys flat out, we talk about AI a little bit. If you don't crack that nut, if you don't come in and do a digital transformation for your company, if you don't put AI to work.
Here's the thing, okay? I feel like you're forgetting that everything that's done through Onpassive will be branded Onpassive. And a lot of business owners, even if Onpassive was the best business with the best products in the world, they don't want to brand as Onpassive and their business. They just want to market just their business. And Onpassive is not going to give them the ability to do so. So I don't think that all of the businesses of the world, all trillions of them, Mike, you know, like, will be running to Onpassive for that service. Mike Ellis is hallucinating right now. Every business on earth needs to pay $1,000 a year for Zoom clones that don't work. Yeah, right, Mike. Right?
For you, artificial intelligence, with all the products of Onpassive, integrating everything working together, you will go out of business eventually. You really will. And you might struggle for 5 or 10 or 15 years, but you're going to get to the point where you can't get enough eyes in front of your product because the competition is using AI. It is using IT products. It is using that digital transformation.
You're like, who are you talking to? Are we in 1994? Like I said, like, come on, man.
And they're getting all the eyes in front of their customers. So when we start to think about Onpassive, this is what's coming. This is what's right in front of you. And the really, really cool thing, and
See, Mike, you're doing that thing again, though, that you guys do that you shouldn't be doing, that I keep telling you to stop doing. You know, like I keep telling you to stop going there.
Stop going there.
You're looking at the amount of businesses online, and then you're saying to yourself, I forget the number he said, I'm sorry, but it was like trillion, right? So let's say there's 1 trillion businesses in our world. You're looking at that trillion and you're going, that means that Onpassive is going to have 1 trillion customers. And that's just not the way that the world works, or how business works, how numbers work, or anything. All right? Remember, you'd be lucky if you got 12 to 20% of that. That's reality with the numbers and statistics, by the way. All right, 12 on the lower end, 20 on the higher end is usually the number of people that will come to your website that see your ad. All right, 12 to 20%. Yeah, it's a little bit of a jump in the number, and that's because, like I said, I'm going with like the lowest and the highest kind of thing. You know, for the most part. I'm sure you'll find examples that are exclusions, but for the most part, right? That's what it is. So you have to think about that. So really, you'd be lucky to get 20% of that trillion, let's say. And that would only be if all of the trillions of them saw your ad. See, here's the thing. Out of the trillions, 20% maybe see the ad. Out of that 20% of those people might click on your link. Out of those people that click on your link, 20% of them might actually sign up. And that's being like really optimistic and realistic. All right, like I'm using kind of like real numbers for if your business was successful, what would it actually look like? That's what it would actually look like. All right, that's what like pretty successful businesses out here would be looking at. That's how it goes. But see, you don't do that. You go, oh, there's 1 trillion businesses. That means we have 1 trillion customers. So we're about to have 1 trillion people sign up as customers underneath us. And it's like, no. I wish that you would stop doing that. Don't do that anymore, Mike. Do it properly, at least.
We've all talked about this. Colin's just talking.
And again, we're talking about businesses signing up again. Like I said, they get kind of mad if you're in there and you're marketing another business besides Onpassive. So I feel like they're just lying to people. It's like, yeah, you can use us to market your business. And then when you get there, you find out that the only business you can market is their business. The coaching MLMs are known for this tactic, right? These coaching MLMs out here that will be like, yeah, come and pay us $300 to go to our webinar and we'll teach you how to run your business. That's like the biggest thing that they do. You pay the $300, you go to their webinar, and at the end of the webinar, all of a sudden now you're a part of their damn coaching business. And so now you got to market that instead of your business. And that's what Onpassive is doing. I feel like people, if they do sign up to this thing with their business, once they get in there with their business, all of a sudden Onpassive is going to say, okay, now it's time for you to start marketing Onpassive. We don't care about your other business. Shut up about it, you know?
Talked about it, the C in Catmo. It is an automated system. You come in.
That's the A. The C was complete.
You put Onpassive to work for you. Your business is automated, and the sales will come into your organization. And as sales hit your organization,
I don't know, next level. They might have opened up LLCs in the past. Some of them might have opened up an LLC for their YouTube, which a lot of YouTubers do out here. So I don't really know, but I don't think so. They've mainly been in MLMs, you know?
You make a commission. Onpassive is doing all of this. Now, there's a lot more that you can do if you want to, as Marty says, as Colin says, as Oliver says, and as Chris says. There are things you can do to cut time frames, get to that place where you're making the money you want to make quicker. I believe, because of what Mr. Mufareh has done, because of the vision of Mr. Mufareh, because of this marvelous business that he's put together for us, you will get there whether you want to or not. You're just going to get there. That's the way. It's bread in the bone. It's built in the bread. It's just going to happen for you. But when you start to understand what Onpassive is doing, where we are, the trajectory that they put us on, which is a trajectory of financial independence and financial freedom. That's how I look at it on Passive. We change lives, we bring solutions to the table, and we solve problems. When you can do that and do that consistently, which is what Mr. Muffar does with
you solve though. Like so far, it seems like you only experience problems, not solve them.
His tech team and with the corporate side of Onpassive. You are in such a unique position that, as Colin said, you're not going to find this again, guys. You will not find this again. I've been in business my whole life, and as Chris will tell you, it's about 120 years. So I've never seen this before. And
I think you've been in MLMs your whole life. That's what you mean, right, Mike?
And if it took me that long to find Onpassive, I can tell you, you're probably not going to see this again in your lifetime.
Oh, Lord.
So grab hold, hang on. These things are happening very, very quickly right
You know
now.
what?
And as
We're not going to see Onpassive be successful in your damn lifetime either. Or probably these commissions.
Marty said, I think the money has been released. I think Onpassive is ready to move forward very, very quickly. I don't think it's going to take 5 months. The 5 months I talked about, I don't think it's going to take that long. If it takes another extension, fine. Is it going to take longer than that? I don't think so. I really don't.
Okay, but what if it does, Mike? Like, what if it does? Will you still stay? Or will you go? Should he stay or should he go?
Whatever happens, we're in a unique position. And when Mr. Muffar does hit that switch and releases everything,
what does that
it's just going to be a fun.
What is this switch? Like, what is going on? Where is this switch? It's weird to me that you think it's like hitting a switch and then you just go viral and become a successful company.
Time for everybody, and I mean everybody that's in Onpassive today. You're either an affiliate or a customer. You're going to love everything about it because it is going to change the way you look at business, your life, and everything that goes forward from there. That's it for me right now. I thought Ash Muffar the
Okay, but again, what makes you believe that? Because based on the past history of this thing, you know, I don't believe so. I really don't. And I don't like O-Connect or anything in Onpassive, so I won't ever be joining it. Right? So what makes you think that you're going to actually be successful? Like, what has happened? Because right now, for the last several months, you've been waiting for commissions, and you guys don't have a merchant. If I were you, I would be like shitting myself, scared that this thing is about to go under. Especially with the SEC case going on, you know? What makes you so confident? And again, I'm not going to accept, oh, it's run by Mr. Ashraf Muffar as an answer. Give me something else.
The video he did, it was just spectacular. I had forgot a lot about what happened early on in Onpassive. I'm glad I looked at it because it puts everything in perspective, and we're right where we want to be. So I'll turn it over to Oliver. I won't even go to Marty. We'll just turn it over.
Really, I feel like maybe you're where you wanted to be, like back in 2020. You should have been in this position in 2020. That's a sad thing.
Over to Oliver. I know that's where he was going to go, and give us a little.
Please, sir. Can I have some more? Sorry, I had to.
Wisdom, Oliver. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, thank you, Mike. Thank Collins and Marty. I know Chris will be coming after me. I just want to say thank you for inviting me on your show. And in fact, I'm so fired up and so I'm excited and happy.
I'm sorry, Oliver, but you could not sound less excited to be there. I've never in my life seen someone like this man, Oliver. He comes on and goes, "Thank you for having me on here. I feel so honored to be on right now with you. I am really fired up and excited." And I'm like, well, you could have fucking fooled me, Oliver. It sounds like you're done with this. You want to go have a nap. Hopefully not with the cat, though.
Where we are today and where the company is going. And I know that I will no longer have the 9 to 5 anymore. I will be somewhere doing my humanitarian work, and life will be good. So
like, is this, what do you mean doing your humanitarian work? Are you going to go to work for them doing stuff to save humanity? What is going on over here? What kind of movement, alleged movement, is this? Because, yeah, that's right. Now it's not just a business opportunity online. No. It's a whole fucking movement now.
when I look into Onpassive today, from when I started 2020, when my brother Bob Takusi brought me in 2020, this month is going to be my anniversary. So, so when I look at it, when Bob called me and told me, Oliver, there's a business, I just asked Bob 2 questions. I cannot sell. I don't know how to sell. I'm a 5 to 9. Bob said,
well, maybe that was your first issue, Oliver. You should have asked more than that.
You will not do anything. The company will do everything. And then the second thing that made me to join, I'm an IT person. That is an IT technology company. Bam, that seals it. I didn't even blink.
I feel like if you're actually an IT person, though, like I said, you would question these products and their security more, since you were into risk assessment and stuff.
I bought an account, study it. When I got in, I told Bob it would take 8 to 10 years. I told Bob it would take 8 to 10 years, but I don't care. I'll be there. I went and calculated my age at that time, and when I'm going to go on retirement. I said, if it takes 10 years, then I will retire early.
That's so weird to me. Why are you okay with waiting 10 years to get paid for an MLM company? That's so bizarre. Of all the MLMs I've covered, like, it's usually the money that they use to sell the damn things and their financial freedom. I'm not used to hearing them go, I don't care if I don't get paid for 10 years. I'll still be here pushing this here business. I believe in Mr. Ash. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? That's insanity to me. Like, how to show everyone you're insane.
Then when I heard Ash the first time, Ash talk, I listened to Mike Ellis video. I was like, wow. So
really, hearing Ash and Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Talk it made you think, oh wow, this is something I want to be a part of. That's what did it for you? Really? Like that, Mike Ellis? Okay.
But today, I'm bringing this story. I'm going to land somewhere. Today, Mr. Ash is going to take less than 7 years. With all the moving parts. I
fucking hope so.
All the moving parts. And everything in Onpassive is a process. If you understand what is a process, you have to start from the initialization to the finishing product and when it goes to the market and the maintenance and the monitoring. In everything in Onpassive, and they've gone through all that process and they are still going through to finalize everything. And in less than 7 years, we have O-Connect. And we are using O-Connect. I'm happy. When you look at O-Connect and when I compare, I have meetings. My life is all meetings in the office. I've used almost all the products, all the video conferences products out there. My life is all meetings.
Oh, wow.
O-Connect is the bomb. I do not see any product that is going to challenge O-Connect. None. Look at the features.
Have you ever used Zoom before? Find it hard to believe. Thank you, Mark B, for the $4.99. Mark says, hey. My Onpassive bonus finally arrived and I've bought my private jet. Here are some O-coins for you. But seriously, keep up the good work. Thank you.
The features. Come again. Nobody comes into Onpassive without passing through you and I, the affiliate founders. Nobody. Never heard of. Look at all the other companies.
I think, sir, you said that wrong. What you meant to say is nobody is going to come into Onpassive, period. The end. That's it.
Companies, everything comes to them. But Mr. Ash Mufara, our CEO, he has replicated himself to the 1.4 million 200 founders affiliate. He has replicated himself. You own an online shop
Wow.
And the world today is going online.
Just like in every other MLM. Like, wow, crazy. You own an online shop. So innovative.
Digital world. The world today is a digital world. That all the cost out of the 5.5+ billion customers that are all over the world, they will land under one of us. And as a subscription-based business, you make your commission. Where have you seen that? Where have you seen that? So please, my plea is this. Stop complaining about the 10 days. Use the 10 days to know your business. Use the 10 days to understand.
I know, Jelly. Like, you should tell them to wait until I'm done streaming next time, obviously.
How you are going to manage your business. For the money, it's a done deal. Be
oh my
in
God,
the industry,
now he's
know
saying
how
it.
The product.
Now fucking Oliver's out here going, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. You got Mike saying 4 products are going to come out. It's a done deal.
The applications, how much they cost. The way I've seen Mr. Ash has started with O-Connect. When I heard him said one day in the webinar that what we have now for O-Connect, which is 10,000 users, the other video conference, they do sell it for 6,400 plus.
I feel like I said though, like nobody wanted that. Nobody was like, I really hope that I could get a video conferencing app that has 10,000 users on it. Because it's too many people to manage, even for like a whole team of people, really. It makes it so like unpersonal. And that's another thing with it that I don't think you guys are realizing. Like, it's just like nobody wants O-Connect, you know? But then you guys are out here like, look, we made you something. And we're like, thanks, but I never asked for that. And you're like, that's okay. I made it for you. And we're like, well, is it refundable? Do you have the receipt? Like, it's so weird to me.
Dollars a month. He said, O-Connect worth 5,000.
Hi, Joseph. This is Oliver. He's been in it for a little bit.
And it will be not more than 10%. When you do that calculation, that math, tell me which company will not buy O-Connect? That is AI embedded from scratch. The cost, the value.
The thing is that O-Connect isn't really AI though. So you also need to stop saying that. And as someone that's in IT, again, think you would know.
Look, guys, we are in heaven. But all what I want to say is this. Take the 10 days. Each 10 days, Mr. Ashmufara gives us, go and understand your OES. Go to your...
Might be a cultural thing. I don't know, though. But, yeah, he does sound very angry, doesn't he?
Your marketplace. Know that from your marketplace, you buy and put to your online shop. No, go to the wallet. If they put money in my wallet, how am I going to transfer it to my bank account? Go and play with it. Play with it. We have products there that you can also play with it.
You don't, though. Like, that's what I mean, is that they can't buy O-Connect. No one can buy O-Connect. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people in this thing right now as O-founders, like, they're thinking in their heads, you know, like, I'm sitting here waiting for my commission. How am I going to bring in somebody else into this thing and then be like, oh, but you have to wait for commissions too? Like, you're not making the people of Onpassive feel very confident that they could bring someone in and then string them along like this, right? So I don't understand, like, why you don't think about that. Yeah, he said go play with it. It's like you go in the OES, and within 10 minutes you've checked out everything. You know, so like, what are people supposed to be doing? And most people don't do webinars every day. The product seems greater for these guys because these guys stream and make videos and stuff where they're talking about it all the time. Imagine, though, being somebody that doesn't do that and you've bought OConnect. Like, are you supposed to just kind of put on webinars for you and a few friends just so that you could, like, play around with it? And that's what I mean. Most of the people that bought it, they bought it to sell and to be able to make money off of. Not so that they themselves could use it. Or because they have a business that wants to, like, use it, right? So, again, you're in heaven. Heaven got commissions. Heaven got apples. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Mark, for $4.99 again. Mark says, and this is from Ella Poppy, my good lady, who is hundreds of miles away getting her granny fix with the grandkids. I hope she's having a wonderful time.
And the fun also is that we have MSI, multiple source of income. Each product is a source of...
What is he yelling at us? Each product is a source of income. Not really, because you can't sell the O-mail. So how is that a source of income? Won't be selling O-trim, so that's not a source of income. We still don't know what O-tracker is going to fucking cost, so I can't even tell you about that one. So weird. But why are you screaming at me? Stop yelling at me.
Income. You make commission out of each product that comes in.
Yeah.
These are the things we are supposed to know. Stop asking money. Money is a done deal. The day Mr. Ashmufar, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in 1 month, we don't know.
Here's the thing. I think it's weirder to not want to ask about your money if some merchant somewhere has it on hold. You know, like, well, of course people are like, where's my money? When am I getting my money? Hello, you know?
But we know we are there. Take these 10 days to understand, learn more about your business. The manuals are there. The manuals are there. Go there, look at the manuals, study it. Just have a brief knowledge about your business, just the scope of your business.
I'm glad you don't miss them, Joseph. Honestly, a lot of people, when they leave an MLM like this, they do go through a period for a little while where they're like, shit, I have so much free time right now. Like, what do I do with it all? I don't have to go to these training things during the day. I'm not constantly trying to sell some product, marketing, planning to take pictures of stuff, you know, running a business all day that makes me no money. So what am I going to do with my time? And sometimes they do go through almost like a mourning period where they miss it. Sometimes it can feel like, man, like I had more of a purpose when I was waking up to do that every day. So I always like to hear that people either get over that or maybe never experienced it and just kind of get out of these things and then get to go and actually experience life. Right? These things take you out of experiencing your life.
Know it.
Right, Violet?
Than asking all those questions. If you know your business and you understand Onpassive, that when they start pushing traffic as a subscription-based business, everything, all the customers will fall under Mike, Marty, Collins, Chris, and myself, and you. That is the magic. Never heard of that.
Takara says, we need him and Michael Williams aim to face off in a shouting match. Who would win? Right? Michael always sounds so angry too. He also yells at us a lot. Like a lot. Violet says, I hate them vilifying people who just want to know when they will get paid. Right? Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it would be a lot more weird to have money somewhere and for you to not be questioning what's going on with it. You know? It's like, of course people want to know what the fuck is going on with their money that they've been owed since September. A lot of these people have been out it since September. It is fucking going on the middle of May. All right? If anyone else held your money for that long, you'd be pissed. You know? But for some reason, because it's Onpassive, the scam and Ash doing it, oh well. You know?
It's the magic that we are there, you sit, the branding will be done for you, marketing, sales, paying of employees, paying of the bills. All what Mr. Ash Mufara needs from us is for you to understand your business. He told us one time that get the best of the gadget, your laptop or your iPad or your phone, and be ready. Those are the things you have to start to calculate. If I don't have a good cell phone, I don't have a good laptop or whatever gadget that you want to use, my first sales or my first month income, I'll go and upgrade.
Okay, so wait, now people have to go out and buy new laptops and phones for this? So now it's costing them more money? And a lot of them are like, okay, I just want my commissions to buy some groceries, so now I gotta get a computer? You know? Takara says, are the three amigos panicking because they didn't see Ash today? I feel like Red is putting the fire under Ash's ass because he mentioned in today's live he is always checking for some new small change. Yeah, especially of the website, right? We can only hope someone's putting a fire under Ash's ass.
Those are the things you have to be thinking and look.
I mean, the only thing that we can say for sure is that Ash seems to work better under pressure from outside sources. Right? Nothing happened in this company until the SEC litigation occurred. And then all of a sudden they had the OES and some products and etc. You know?
Because if it's the money, it's a done deal. I will go back again. What makes me, my mind, I will no longer be a 9-to-5 guy, is because I'm in a business that is a subscription-based business. I will earn commission, and there's MSI, multiple source of income.
Right. Mark says this guy starts off talking about IT, but soon ends up preaching and shouting at everyone. Sure sign of a scammer. And it's talking, he gets into talking about multiple streams of income and stuff instead of the tech. Just saying. They were irritated about the 6 a.m. story, so sounds like they will go back to normal time next week. I'm wondering, because they only switched to 6 a.m. for Ash on Wednesday. So if he's not going to be showing up every Wednesday like he claimed he would, then honestly, maybe they should switch back to a normal time. Makes more sense.
Application that comes in, I make a commission. When you look at O-Connect alone is a done deal. When you look at the other video conference application, the other video conference company, they have 300 million users a day. If Onpassive for the first year can get just 100 million, where will you and I be? Because all those customers will be placed under each and every one of us. That is the magic. Guys, think. Don't complain. Onpassive is a business that is supposed to have minimum 8 to 10 years. But in less than 10 years, with all the moving parts, we are now set to go. So guys, take time, take advantage of the 10 days and go and understand your business. Onpassive brings back value. The world is going digital. There is no company that will.
The world's been digital, like I said, for decades. Come on, dude.
No buy Onpassive product. The products are more than 10, more than 20, more than how many? We don't know. We have physical products also. We have our data center. Then the
what data center? I've looked up 1,000 times trying to find the Onpassive data center. All right, I've gone to all of the sites, looked up just generally, like, where's the Onpassive data center? Can't find it. All right, The address that you claim the data center is your offices, which I don't think has the data center in them. So what data centers?
Again, that we are going to dominate, as the CEO keeps telling us. We will own the internet space, the 4 pillars. We have the 4 pillars. Guys, when I laugh because I know we are fine. When I keep saying that we are fine, because I've looked into the whole topography of Onpassive, the whole...
Yeah, but again, you're speaking from a place of privilege. You know? This data center lie holds as much weight as the Cisco scheme, right? Stricardo says, no matter the huge changes taking place during the digital age, Oliver proves that there will always be a place for the humble latrine orderly.
Model, everything.
He picks up the scrum.
Founders that will not be fine. Please know your business. That's all I'm begging, and I'll keep begging that you should know your business. Do not complain about the 10 days. I keep repeating this because people keep asking, and they don't want to be patient. The faith and the hope that took us to be at this moment where we are today. Hold that faith and that hope. What is faith? Faith is a journey, and that journey, there are ups and downs, and that journey you must endure. The CEO told us one time, you cannot climb a ladder with your hands in your pocket. That is the faith that has been driving us, and that hope. And you cannot have faith when you don't have patience. Please, the patience, the faith, and that hope that has taken us to this moment, keep it burning, and keep knowing your business. Keep it burning and keep...
So here's the thing. Are people supposed to take control and go out and get a job right now because it's not Onpassive's fault if people don't have jobs? Or are people supposed to stay constantly engaged and then have patience and wait? Because you can't do both at the same time. Right? So what are people supposed to be doing again? And if they are just supposed to sit around and wait, like, bills don't wait. All right? Bill collectors aren't going to be like, oh, I see. You're in the Onpassive business, so you're just waiting to get your $1 million check once O Connect goes live? All right, sure. We'll give you 10 more extensions like they give you your O Connect extensions. Like, the world doesn't work like that. So people can't just sit around and wait, hoping to get paid from this eventually. That's the thing. Good for you if you can, but you're talking from a place of privilege, right?
Know your business. The more you know your business, by the time, if Ash comes tomorrow and say, okay, now we are ready, you will just smile because you will know what to do. Whatever package that comes out, you know that, okay, if I buy this package, I'll make this commission. These are the things we are supposed to know, guys. Not complaining. Not complaining. You should be fired up. Oh, Go Africa I was so happy when I heard Dr. Tara. I heard our CEO.
You may not be able to buy O Connect, but you most certainly will never be able to sell it, right? And like, look at Lex Andrews' comment here that they put up on the screen. All we need to do now is pray for Ash, his family, and the tech team. Like, what is that going to do for you? We should never forget to be thankful for his engraving of our names on stones of history. You know? Since when, Ellie? Since when? I've covered Ash saying, oh, it's going to launch next week. Oh, it's going to launch next month. Oh, it's launching soon. So, since when was the business supposed to take at least 10 years to launch? No other tech company has needed that long to launch. Seems a little ridiculous here. You know? And your tech team is working tirelessly. Who's paying their wages? If you have no money coming into this thing, Who's paying their wages? And why are you okay with forcing people to work free labor for you so that you can make money in future? How are you then any different from anyone else then? Or the same people you complain about, really? You know? "10 years, Ali. Let's not rush things, old boy." I'm sorry, but I already pray for ChatGPT, so can't split my loyalties. Right?
Consumption, 25%. I was like, bam, we are there. The youth in Africa will be fine. Everybody's going to position themselves and they'll be in the good position.
Right, Mark? Mark says, let's remember this guy Oliver is the IT expert with risk assessment credentials. But listen to him now. Manic preacher, scammer. What a fraud. Right? Exactly. Exactly. I believe that's you, Ali. You're very clueless. You seem to think that it should take someone 6 years to make an email client. I think maybe you're more clueless about the development of software products. And no, I don't know a lot about it. That's why I depend on people that are actually in IT to tell me about those things. You know, and all of the people that I know that have been here that are in IT say this thing is a scam. Oh, this guy is the one famous for saying we are fine. Yep. He moonlights as a fire alarm.
That the world as a whole. Then the humanitarian part. The CEO told us that he can give you people the template, can give any company the template.
Yeah, Ash said it, so it must be true. Source, trust me, bruh. Trust Ash.
But they will not achieve what Onpassive will do today and tomorrow. That is the truth.
See, this person says PwC estimated in a study that AI could bring more than $15.7 trillion to the global economy by 2030. And Onpassive is already contributing with its integrated AI solution. That makes 0 sense. That makes 0 sense. Integrated AI solution to what? The global economy? Like, what does that mean? What are you contributing to? AI definitely will probably bring more than 15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. That's true. That I believe. But how is Onpassive contributing to that? Especially when you're not even selling. Right? You're not selling anything that has AI in it. You know? Ash does have 0 integrity. ChatGPT took 7 years to develop OpenAI. Yeah, that's to develop OpenAI, not 7 years to do an email client and a video conferencing app. Because Ash has literally 20 years of past scams under his belt in his history. You know? That's how. If he's never had integrity before, what would make him have integrity now? Usually when people start making big money and they get money, control, and power, that's when they lose their integrity, not gain it.
That is the truth. Because Onpassive is built out of heart. Since he has replicated himself.
Well, they are using OConnect for them. But there are many, many webinars in the past where they haven't, but they are now finally.
He's a business guru. He's a smart guy. He's in IT. He went to good schools, MIT. He has been in marketing.
I look forward to it, Ali. I've been sitting here covering them for like 3 years, waiting for them to launch to the market, being told that it's just going to be one more week for 3 years now. So I can't wait to be one of us.
Money doesn't mean anything to him. But he said, I always quoted Mother Teresa. She was a good woman. She wanted to impact people, but she has limited resources. Ash has replicated himself to all of us, the 1.4 million, all over the world. Fill your tank first, then get ready for the greatest shape of your life. Quote from Mr. Ash Mufara. Thank you very much, Marty. Chris, take it from there.
Hold on.
Again, it's just source, Ash Mufara. Right? Trust me.
Hold on a minute. Listen. Hold on 1 second. The reason I had to turn my camera off was when Oliver started, my computer was smoking. So he probably ruined my screen and my computer, but it was worth it. Oliver, fantastic. Collins, really. We have 720 people.
I too would buy toilet paper with Ash's face on it. I'll admit it. Yeah, you can stream Connect now. You can stream it straight to YouTube.
We'll watch it.
Or they'll record it, have people in the Connect chat, and then they upload it.
And none of us are named Ash Mufara. You know what I'm talking about? All right then. Anyway, let's turn it over to Chris. They're dropping. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that before they were using a third-party streaming service. So what you can do is you can sign up for like a third party, not like StreamYard where you stream directly, but you can basically have like a restream, I think is one. And you sign up for it, and then it will stream your webinars to different platforms. So I believe that they've been using that. And allegedly this past week, they have had a button to stream directly to YouTube from Connect, right? But the bottom line is, why does anyone really need Onpassive for anything, right? Exactly. I watched one of the first Connect webinars where Ash promised noise canceling and AI translations. I guess they forgot about that now, right? Ash realized that it would take some money and time to make the translations, I believe. They were wondering in the leaked tech meeting why they couldn't make their translator service quicker than Google plugins when they use Google plugins, you know? That was very difficult for them to try to figure out. And I think in that moment they realized what it would actually take to do that, right?
Well, listen, I don't know if Red's coming on in a couple minutes. Red, I'll try to be quick. I just want to shoot out some prayers in a couple minutes of Onpassive. Caesar Jacan's father is in ICU. He needs some prayers. They can't stop his bleeding. Tim Johnson's got surgery tomorrow. Jennifer Dickinson's got surgery today. Robin Noble and Tim Dillon definitely need a lot of prayers. Let's keep those going. I want to thank everyone who reached out to Tim Dillon and called him yesterday. He does appreciate it. And Caroline Mackey, I know what you're doing and I know what you did. I want to say a big thank you for that. Okay, let's talk business here. Number one, it's an honor for me to sit on this panel with these four guys who I find.
It's so disrespectful to be like in this pumped up webinar talking about how great Onpassive is and then to just randomly yell out like, and this person's having surgery today, pray for him. It's just, I hate it.
And tremendously exciting and educational. I'm one of them. That's right, Marty DeGarmo. I'm one of these guys. You know why? Because I'm realizing after Mike said that 120-year joke, which I thought was pretty funny, Mike, I'm going to kind of reverse it a little bit. We work 97% of our lives, and we get to enjoy 3% of it. I'm going to change those words around a little bit. Ashmafar has changed that. And it's probably that 97 working your life and 3% of enjoyment. Figure it out. It's the truth. We are mules to a job. We're mules to bills. We're mules to a paycheck. And this is the first company that is taking the yoke out of my mouth.
Marty feels like a mule when he turns to ash in times of need.
Off my back where I could go live my life, climb mountains. Listen, someone put in here, I think it was Narelle, we were at 67 years old is when you get to retire in Australia. I think that was her. Who the hell wants to enjoy life at 67 years old? Even though you can, no offense, Mike, even though you still can, but man, I want to change it so people can enjoy their lives when they're 20.
Right, they're donkeys, the other word for donkeys.
Where they can still climb up mountains and wake up and not feel the bones breaking in the morning like some of us old guys here. This is what Onpassive's about. I'm not going to talk technology. Some guy Gabriel just put on something that gave me a heart attack. That gave me a heart attack. That was one of the best comments I've seen, and I'm blown away by it. And I'm part of that. I'm part of something that's so big that it just smothers the world and says, hey, wake up. This is the new thing. It's not going anywhere. No one's going to touch it.
Chris, I feel really sorry for you sometimes, Chris, because I feel like every day Chris comes out here to convince us why it's so amazing that he's a part of this scam. Like every day he feels the need to convince us that he deserves a spot here, and it's amazing that he's here. It's like, calm down, Chris. You know? Maybe Onpassive is only realized in the afterlife. Maybe. Chris Mule Johnson. Yep.
No one's going to top it. Join now, because 10 years from now, Onpassive is going to be the top. It's going to be flying. We were lucky enough.
Oh, no, it's going to take another 10 years. Chris does seem to be traumatized by his retirement. So does Marty. There's something about Chris that doesn't remind me of Steve Jobs. Just one thing?
Say, Jeff, I want to check this out. That's all we did. I want to check this out. We jumped into something that's amazing. And Delisa Christie, I want to say special prayers for your daughter, Melissa. She's having a baby, having contractions. She also has leukemia, and it's a high-risk pregnancy. We're praying for you. This is what it's about, people. Onpassive loves people. Onpassive cares about people. Ashmafara has taken the steps for the longest time, we say, to make sure it's done right, and I'm happy for it. Listen, I worked.
Mark says, I kind of feel sorry for Chris. The rest of these goons know what they're doing, but Chris seems a lost soul. I might be wrong. I feel like he is a lost soul, but he also knows as much as Marty and Mike do. It's just, he's just along for the ride more than they are. And he doesn't have as much control or power here as the rest of them, it seems.
In a company that just kept it going, rush, do it. And what do you have? Recalls, engine lights coming on, tires that are bad, parts that were no good. Ash wants to eliminate that. Ash doesn't want an engine light coming on, period. He doesn't want those engine lights coming on. When he hits that lovely button that we keep talking about, that lever, talking like red now, lever, what do you think he's going to feel like? Can you imagine the joy that Ashmafar's when he said, all right, guys, everything that's been coming your way that you've been going through, click. I got to believe that Ashmafar's gave a smile from ear to ear, and he's like, we did it. He already did it. We know that. He's just ironing out the engine lights that keep popping on once in a while. All right. I hated working till I was 53.
That's a weird way of putting it, right? Oliver and Collins do know what they're doing, and they both still use a wireless potato printer.
And that's pretty good, actually. But people that are working, they're 65 plus, and they're still working. Maybe they enjoy it. I don't think I would have enjoyed it. Things hurt now. We want to change that. Anyone that's out there we don't have a lot of young kids in this in this family. We got middle-aged people that are joining, but they're trying to change your kids' lives and their grandkids, and that's what we're all about. So guess what? Your kids and your grandkids, even though they don't really know nothing about Onpassive, which is most of our families, you're going to change their lives for the better. You are going to leave a legacy. And I will always thank Ash Mafara and Peter Shore for getting me into this. And these 4 guys on here who keep me high and mighty all the time about what's really going on with Onpassive. This is the company that's going down in history. Ash Mafara will never go down as the richest man. He won't allow it. But he will go down as the biggest humanitarian that ever lived.
Biggest scammer. That's what you actually meant, right, Chris?
And I can't wait to see that honor happen. I know it's going to happen. And me and Mike, us average guys, look at you got a master carpenter, 2 master IT guys. You got a master auto worker, and Marty DeGarmo, a master. Hold on,
Danger.
Manipulator. That's all you all are. You're all master manipulators. Also, there's some background noise in this. It's them. I can't fix it. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, he's a master fisherman. And that's what's cool about it. But God, get excited, stay excited. I'm excited every day I wake up knowing that Onpassive is coming my way. Stop worrying about bills and things that you have no control over. There is something that's coming to help you in all those situations. It will happen. It's coming soon. And don't you ever forget about it. Guys, once again, thank you, Red. I'm sorry if I'm going into your time. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Wow. Yeah, we got.
That's right. Marty DeGarmo. Back to you.
If that's a cult, call me Reverend Jim Jones. Okay. Let's go to Guyana. All right. No joke.
Maybe not. Maybe you should shut up again.
Gotta wrap it up. Red is coming on. I didn't know he was. I just looked. He is coming on. Thank you, everybody. We got to do this again. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of people liked it. So we'll be back next Saturday, maybe all of us. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Collins, Mike.
Yes, I believe that this was on Saturday, by the way.
Chris. And we'll see you all. It was very good.
And that is the end. So that was Marty DeGarmo, Chris Johnson, Collins Manna, and Oliver Fonta. Oh, yeah, and then, of course, Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And again, what was the point of having them on as special guests? Like, I feel like every time they do this, it would make more sense if they had, like, one particular topic they were all going to dive into. You know? Rob Lynn does that quite often, at least. They never actually end up only diving into that one topic and staying on track usually, but at least they try. But it's like instead this just turned into, like Jelly said at the beginning of this, it just turned into them all taking turns to talk about why Onpassive is great. You know what I mean? It's like, what is the point in that? Like, why aren't you coming on here to discuss something, like an actual topic about it? It's just the same thing over and over and over again. With IT tech guys there, you would think that you would have come up with, like, something to do with technology. Get them to specifically describe what is AI within Onpassive. And show it to us, even. You know, do something like that, but not just sit there and then talk to the audience. Like Jelly says, like, they don't even talk to each other, right? They just sit there and they just talk to us, the audience, about why this thing is so great. And it's wonderful that they're all here. Chris, the man with visions of sugar plums. Right? Right? I'm amazed that founders are influenced by these stupid people. Listen to an idiot become an idiot, but founders live, right? I know. You love it? Have a good one, Sherry. Collins and Oliver were both due to appear in an amateur production of Showboat. It's sake. Yeah. again, it's just funny to be like, oh, we're having special guests. These guys are IT specialists. And then you literally waste the entire hour just discussing why Onpassive is wonderful and why you're happy to be a part of it. And once again, telling everyone to wait. More and more of these are feeling like they're just telling everyone to wait around. So I guess we're all just going to have to wait. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys had fun. It's been a little while since I streamed. I missed you guys. Not really sure what we'll be doing tomorrow, but we'll be reacting to something from Onpassive. And then Friday afternoon, I will be reacting to CC Chris from New York, Westchester County. And we are going to be celebrating his career on YouTube, being a flat earther. What else? What am I waiting for? You think that they're STD specialists? I mean, maybe. I would believe that before I would believe they're IT specialists. It's just such a waste of time and talent. And the point of having like ITs on your webinar, you would think, would be to talk about the technology. You know, but instead they're like, oh yeah, just come up here and bullshit about how great Onpassive is for over an hour. But you know, I thought it would be fun for us to react to. Wait, Onpassive is launching any day now. Oh, fuck off, Alps. Any day. That's the thing. It's been any day since it started. Right? And here we are still not launched. But you're right, Staccato. I guess they do have no talent to waste. No time to waste either. All they have is Onpassive. It's coming! It's coming. Just stop going there.
Stop going there.
So yeah, stay tuned. I'll share something out for us to react to tomorrow. I'll let you guys know before tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care. And remember, don't join these things. They're scammy pyramid schemes. And we're the ones that are in it to win it. As always, I love you all. See you soon. Bye!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call. Hey.
Friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or sighing, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was screaming at Ash. Another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but
yeah.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to Crazy and talking about their experiences.
everything.
And I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ashton Potter.
Stop going there.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ashton Potter, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.